Got to watch, Saturday was a good day. Played a little golf, then watched some soccer, and then watched the fight. That didn't last very long.
Oh man!
So that was a little bit disappointing into the night, but the soccer, still loving it. It's you got some great teams coming down here, the last four. So I'm excited about that. The fight was very disappointing.
Yeah,
that it ended the way that it ended and never really got going. So that was a bummer. But yeah, good weekend for me. How about you?
Good, busy weekend, and I agree with you. I mean, this week normally at this point of the year, you're kind of in the doldrums of sports. But we got the home run derby tonight. You got the All-Star game on tomorrow night, and then we have, which typically the slowest day in professional sports is that day after the All-Star, right? Because there's nothing really going on. But this year, this Wednesday we had, as you alluded to already, the World Cup. What happened to your guys in Norway, man?
Yeah, that's I adopted them. At first I adopted France, but then a lot of people said I can't, adopt the favorite. Yeah. So I went with Evans was on Norway. I went with Norway, and I mean it was just couldn't get it done. But I love their fans are great. They're doing the row. You got Holland. He was awesome. He had such a great World Cup. So a lot of great storylines there. And also what was fun is I watched that American Century golf tournament.
Oh, out in Tahoe.
Yeah, the one in Tahoe, the
Yeah.
celebrity one. I've had a chance to play that course. Played it a couple times, and it's they make it look a lot easier than what it is. There's some of those guys, some of those celebrities are really good golfers, and that was fun. Steph was there. He was close to he was only a few shots behind, and so he played well, and so I did enjoy watching that yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it was a busy weekend, so you can get involved with the show on the ramoslaw.com text line 303-713-1043 or on the YouTube chat powered by Sean Ponda. Give us the best thing that you saw over the weekend. It was a busy weekend. You had the Wimbledon finals for both the men and women, Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to go to – let's talk about the Conor McGregor thing because I'm with you. I thought we were going to have a pretty jam-packed Saturday as far as sports were concerned. And then the nightcap would have been Conor McGregor getting back into the octagon for the first time in 5 years. And then the entire fight lasted 69 seconds. I mean, it was a minute and 9. But it was over in probably, 7? Because he went out with the leg immediately. That's right when he came out and tried to hit Holloway with that flying leg kick. That's when his knee kind of blew up. And now there's all the controversy on, was it known before he went into that fight? Was something wrong and they were just he's trying to get his payday? I don't really think so, but there's a lot of different reports, and then you're seeing videos of pre-fight and post-fight. What do you think?
Yeah, that's I don't know. It's hard to know what actually, to believe here in this situation. But, you saw him in the weigh-in. He looked fine. And then you did see videos of him, before the fight, taking off his shoe or something, and kind of that looked a little bit awkward. But I don't know. I mean, he the flying kick and then just kind of buckled his knee a little bit. So I don't know what to believe. I don't know if it really matters. It would stink if he had that injury before the fight.
Yeah.
But if I had to speculate or guess, I would say he injured it when he did the flying kick.
I agree with you. I don't care how tough you are. If you have an injury like that, that wouldn't be your first move, right? To go and even if you just felt like something was a little bit off, that wouldn't be the first thing that you would try and go and do, because that was listen, I was a student athletic trainer in college. It's like the definition of your ACL is what you saw when they put that in slow-mo. So I don't think maybe it was sore or something prior to, but I don't think he was laboring on it at all until the actual kick.
Yeah, I think you're all over it. I mean, if you had it going into the fight, you knew you had it, you'd probably try to grapple a little bit. But your first move right at the opening wouldn't be, oh, yeah, let me go with the flying kick. So you would think that maybe you would take you would a different approach.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. Your first move wouldn't be the flying kick if you just tore your ACL in training. So I'm with you on that. You think you would have a much different approach than that.
Did you actually get to the fight to actually see it? Because I was watching Argentina get away with a win late, and I was like, oh, the fight, the preliminaries are probably still going on. I'll get to the main card. When I flipped over after the soccer game, it was already over. The arena was empty. They were doing all post-fight coverage.
Yeah, no, I got to see both. I was in a place with 2 TVs, so that makes it nice. So had both of them on.
You think this is it for Conor? And where do you put him in the all-time category for UFC?
Do I think this is it? Wow, it's been 5 years?
Yeah.
And then now he's come back, and this happened right away. It's hard to envision him fighting again at a high level. But do I think it's it for him? No.
You think
too much money? Too much money for UFC. Too much money for him. He's probably the biggest draw they've ever had.
Yeah.
So he makes a lot of money for him, and so I don't think it's it. I think he gets his knee fixed, and we'll see him again at some point.
Well, I don't know who it was on the post-fight coverage, but they're saying, hey, this sport has saved his life as far as, the paths he was going down, and he needed something like this to kind of regain that focus. It'd be sad if this was it, but the frustrating part is you have 5 years off. His body's changed so much, then you come back, and almost instantaneously you have that type of injury. So now you, a year until you can actually get back into really training for it. So 18 months before you consider a fight again?
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man.
A long layoff again. That's at the minimum, So we shall see, but I just think there's going to be too much money. People still will pay attention to him. People will still buy the fights. People will still watch the fights. All those things. So, I think eventually, he'll be back.
All right, we get to a quick break, but coming up next, ESPN Jeremy Fowler has his quarterback rankings out. Where does Bo Nix fall on that list? We'll get into that next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We'll have 5 drops this year at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area starting July 16th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Denver Deck Builders wants to build you a 50-year deck that is your ultimate outdoor living space where you will want to spend most of your time making memories with families and friends. Denver Deck Builders has been doing all of that for families for over 12 years now, making them the #1 deck builder in Colorado. Terrific design team, only the best materials like Trex, expertly led install crews that always deliver to meet their high standards. Whether it's building you a new deck, repairing or replacing the one you have now, or transforming that lonely concrete slab you have coming out of your walkout basement, Denver Deck Builders works with you to build your dream outdoor living space. Composite decks, multi-level decks, patio roofs, new rooms below it, pergolas, deck lighting, outdoor kitchens, and more. Denver Deck Builders is a 3-generation success story with guiding principles built around doing the right thing, especially when no one is watching. Knowing that anyone can do it fast, not everyone can do it right, and knowing ultimately at the end of the day the customer decides whether we got it right. Denver Deck Builders, go to ddbonthefan.com. That's ddbonthefan.com.
Progressive presents the Museum of You.
We begin our tour with a unique piece, a relic from the early big screen television era. Remarkable. Next, we find a juicer, which historians believe has only ever been used once. And finally, compact discs from the emo era. A rare find indeed.
Some things should be history, but until then you could protect what's important to you and save by bundling your auto insurance with a renter's policy from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging
Let me check that for you.
to help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. and free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds, and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you, with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So, yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou, because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds, too. Get a quote right now at 800-381-4183, 800-381-4183, or biglou.com.
Mike Rowe here with another fun fact. If your concrete is cracked or uneven, you can actually lift it back up. Whether it's a sinking driveway, a patio, or a sidewalk, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to lift your concrete slabs. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Peanut butter and jelly, music and dancing, salt and pepper. At Excel Energy, we believe some things just work better together. Like an electric heat pump, the 2-in-1 unit that can both cool and heat your home. And better yet, it does so using energy more efficiently than a traditional HVAC system. Better yet, you can also save money installing a heat pump with rebates at excelenergy.com/heat pumps. Cooling, heating, and savings. All in one comfort, all in one package.
Welcome to Whatever Bank, where we succeed in doing the bare minimum.
Yeah, hi. I normally get paid on Fridays. Is there any way I can get my direct deposit sooner?
Oh, you're serious?
You don't have to bank like that. Make the switch to KeyBank and get access to eligible direct deposits up to 2 business days early with Early Pay.
So it is possible.
Learn more at key.com/earlypay. KeyBank opens doors. KeyBank member FDIC.
Summer weather can be full of surprises. If your home has been affected by the recent storms, trust a local professional roofer with decades of combined experience. Golden Spike Roofing is here for all your repair or roof replacement needs. Call today for a free inspection and estimate for roofing done right down to the last nail.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
Here's Shayna and Dylan Williams.
The most exciting part of being in the jewelry business isn't the stunning diamonds, gemstones, or famous designers.
It's not even the pride of being a part of a family-owned fine jeweler founded way back in 1947.
No, for Shayna and I, for all our jewelry professionals at Williams Jewelers, it's being there.
It's being there when you discover that perfect diamond bracelet for your loving wife for your anniversary.
It's being there for those Mikimoto pearls for your daughter's college graduation.
It's being there when you finally found that one perfect diamond engagement ring that's worthy of the woman you can't live without.
It's being there for you. It's being a part of the most precious, unforgettable moments in your life.
What's not to love?
Williams Jewelers of Inglewood,
Colorado's premier jeweler.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life. Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, on the corner of Bellevue and Broadway, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the DenverSports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at DenverSports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. DenverSports 104.3 The Fan. I want it all. Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in an oh really right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
No Mike Evans. Marcello Romano filling in for Mike Evans. This on the text line from Rome. What kind of PTO policy do you guys have? Mike is out again. You guys hiring? He's on his big trip, right? His back to the north with Slappy and Burnsy or like whatever, all of his friends, right? Is that what he's doing?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that's what he's doing.
Correctamundo.
Yeah.
Is that part
Slappy
of the
and Burnsy and
all the nicknames?
Yeah.
That he can only get back east. All right, Stoke, as I kind of alluded to it before we went to that last break, is Jeremy Fowler has his list. He's doing all position groups. There's a couple other ones that were released over the weekends, which we'll get into during the show today. But the biggest one, of course, is quarterbacks. That one breaks this morning. And do you think Bo Nix cracks that list?
In the top 10?
Yeah.
I would say no. You look at – there's a lot of good quarterbacks in the NFL. I think he's probably close. I would think he's right outside the top 10, but not yet. Hopefully next year he breaks the top 10. That's my thought. What is it?
Oh, dude. Well, let me give you the list.
Okay.
I'll give you the 10, and then there were some honorable mentions. He didn't find himself in the top 10, nor being mentioned in the honorable mention. So let me run it down to you real quick, and then we'll kind of break it down because I look at like you. I think going into the season, I'd say like 12 to 15.
Yeah, I agree.
Is probably where he would be, but if he has a great year, he can certainly crack that top 10. So there's familiar names at the list. Number 1's Josh Allen. 2, Patrick Mahomes. Number 3 is Matthew Stafford, the league MVP. 4, Joe Burrow. 5, Lamar Jackson. Dak Prescott falls at 6. Justin Herbert at 7. I think that one's interesting. Drake May is 8. Jared Goff 9. And Caleb Williams is at 10. Here's your honorable mention. Sam Darnold, Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, Baker Mayfield, and Trevor Lawrence, and Jalen Hurts. All Bo got was others receiving votes. And he's in a group of himself, Daniel Jones, and C.J. Stroud, which that's bothersome to me. C.J. Stroud has probably... He didn't just have a sophomore slump, then he followed it up with another terrible year last year. And the Texans might have been playing for something much bigger if it wasn't for him. So, and Bo Nix, on the other hand, I don't know if you get to 14 wins without Bo. And is it always pretty? No. But, dude, the numbers, they don't – if you compare his numbers with a guy like Caleb Williams, and I know that Caleb Williams is a generational talent, they're very similar. And Jaden Daniels did something very similar. Like, yeah, he got to a championship game early in his career. Bo Nix took the Broncos to the AFC championship game last year. I don't think there's – I just don't – people – I think he's underrated in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree with you there. I think the perception maybe from around the NFL was, he's still trying to fight through being the 6th quarterback taken in that draft class. And the defense, carrying this football team. So I think, for a guy like him, he has to do it again, maybe to get the respect that he deserves. So certainly he has that respect here locally, but I just think nationally, for some reason, what he does isn't appreciated as much as it is here. For whatever reason. I can't pinpoint why, but to have him in that group and not even have him in an honorable mention, a second-year quarterback that has gone to the playoffs both years, that has just went to the AFC Championship game, and not even have him in the honorable mentions. I mean, that's where I'd have him. I'd have him outside the top 10 right now. That's fine. But I would certainly have him with that group of honorable mentions.
What do you put on emphasis as winning? Where does winning matter to you as a former player? Like, listen, I get why you have Justin Herbert where he is because of the physical skill set and where he was drafted and the expectation. But let's be honest, dude, 6 years, he's got 0 playoff wins. Like he keeps getting put on this list, and he's had very little success, and no postseason success whatsoever. So winning versus like physical skill sets, because Caleb Williams found himself at 10, great year last year, but still, I don't know that he's more accomplished than Bo Nix through 2 seasons.
Well, yeah, I would agree with you there. I think winning it's a big part of it. I mean, quarterback's job is to put his team in a position to win, and then when they're in that position, to close it out. And he's done a great job of that. So ultimately, that's what it's about, finding ways to win football games. And for whatever reason, Bo doesn't get enough credit for that.
What was when I ran down the list, what was the most surprising on where it fell?
I got to hear it again.
So Justin Herbert was 7, Lamar Jackson 5. I think the top 4 is pretty understandable. It's Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Matt Stafford. I think when you get 5 and beyond, Dak Prescott at 6. You like that ranking for a guy like that?
I'm fine with that. You know, he throws for a lot of yards. But when you talk about trying to be a consistent winner, the Cowboys aren't that.
I don't like your attitude.
And they don't do it. Sorry about that, Jerry. And they don't do it when it matters the most in the playoffs. So Justin Herbert, again, he's they can't win in the playoffs. They can't win when it matters the most. But you look at what he does and how, it felt like he carried that football team to me. It felt like, they're always one of the most injury-prone football teams. Their offensive line's in shambles. Mm-hmm. He's getting crushed. I mean, he's getting destroyed back there. So I'm fine with Herbert right there at 7. Now, a lot of people probably disagree with that. Drake May at 8. I can't argue that. He finished second in the MVP last year. Do you not like that one?
I think for me with the Drake May, with the way it finished, the last 2 games that he played, the Broncos really kind of stifled him quite a bit, and they didn't have to do a lot in that game, so I wouldn't hold that one that much against him. But I think going into the Super Bowl, after what the Broncos did to him, and I think he was banged up. I think that shoulder did get injured in the AFC Championship game, and I thought he was seeing ghosts a little bit in the Super Bowl. So, my most recent memory of Drake May isn't a favorable one. So I'd say I'd probably land him outside the top 10 there. But to your point, he had a phenomenal year. People will talk about who they played. Doesn't matter. He still went out and put out the numbers and was second in the MVP voting. So I get a grasp on that one. I probably have more issue with the Justin Herbert one at 7 than I do Drake May at 8 because of the recency bias and how it looked last year. But to your point, dude, at the end of the Chargers season, Justin Herbert was like, forget it, dude. I'm going to try and win it by myself. That's how depleted they were.
I would put Bo. I would take Jaden Daniels out and put Bo in the honorable mentions for him. I just don't. He didn't do anything last year. It seemed like he was hurt the whole year.
My leg.
Yeah. So you had one good year, your rookie year, but what have you done for me lately? He didn't do anything last year. Bo Nix, on the other hand, was, had his team in the AFC Championship game. So I would take Jaden Daniels out. I think, you have to look at what you do last year.
What would you say you do here?
Not 10 years ago. That doesn't matter. 2 years ago. That doesn't matter. So.
Well, and can he, that style of play, will it stand in the NFL, especially with his frame? I think he's going to have to acclimate more to a more pro-style offense without running. Because his body, I don't think his body type is built to do what he's really good at, what he was really good at in college, and then certainly kind of surprised the NFL within his first year.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great point. So can he stay healthy moving forward? He's not the biggest of guys, so that's going to be a big part of it, is health.
Yeah. We get to another quick break, but coming up next, Zach Allen has some interesting quotes, and we'll tell you what they were over the weekend coming up next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts will have 5 drops this year at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area starting July 16th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
What is happening? Stoke here for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 50 years, and they got some great upcoming auctions that are ending this week. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free, it's easy, it's open to the public. Best part about it is you're going to get some great deals on great items. Got an auction ending today at 2 o'clock this afternoon with over 400 items and restaurant equipment from local restaurants. It's got all kind of refrigerators and freezers. Got a really cool Red Bull and a 7-Up glass door refrigerated merchandiser. Got a mini pallet jack. This thing is packed full of all kind of cool, unique restaurant items that you're going to get great deals on. And then tomorrow, got a Broomfield dental office that will be going up for auction, and a contractor's vehicle, tools, and equipment auction also will be ending. That auction has vehicles, trailers, attachments, lawn and garden equipment, rental yard equipment, a little bit of everything in that auction. This is what I love about Roller Auction, is they're always adding and updating new auctions every single week. So go see it all. Get yourself one of those great deals only at rollerauction.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run, because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Don't worry, Dan, I have full coverage. Did you know that full coverage probably doesn't mean what most people thinks it means? Full coverage is generally just for your car. And if you don't have other coverages to protect you in the case you get hit by somebody else, well, then you're just straight up gambling that the bad driver that hit you has good insurance, and you don't want to do that. 15% of the drivers out there don't have any insurance at all. Others only have the minimum, when for pennies on the dollar, you can have the coverage that protects you in case somebody else smacks into you. Medical payments coverage. I saw a lady come in the office the other day, $25,000 in med pay coverage. Absolutely what you want. It was only $31 for the entire 6 months of the policy. It was another $100 or so for the UIM coverage she needed. She had over $100,000 in coverage there. You definitely want to have that. You protect other drivers if you hit them. You also need to protect yourself in case they hit you. Any questions at all, just call us. 303-LAW-4040, Jacobs Law, 303-LAW-4040.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. And when it comes to your internet, you want the most intelligent, and that's what they provide. The most intelligent Wi-Fi that can hunt down and fix problems. Reliability, well, you want the most reliable Wi-Fi for streaming, gaming, working from home, and coverage that goes wall to wall in your home. How about security? Wi-Fi that's security blanket for your network, and reliability. Fiber-powered network with 99.99% reliability, built for speed so you can run multiple devices at once, and Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home tie and work together. Consistency, you can lock in 5 years of predictability. 5 years, the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi with our best equipment. Plus, you can get online with minutes, same-day Wi-Fi. Hey man, that's the price lock guarantee. 5 years, same price, no contracts, no commitments. It's all included. Everything you need, including the data and equipment, the most reliable Wi-Fi. That's Xfinity, guys. Imagine that.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run, because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
Brought to you by Common Spirit Health. Hospitals, clinics, and caregivers all connected to advanced healthcare with human kindness in Colorado, Kansas, and Utah. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is Diamond, Diamond. Text Diamond to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's Diamond to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from DenverSports 104.3 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Sharp criticism.
Mark Schlereth a pansy.
Cries for help.
Dude, wake up.
No.
I need better from you.
And a little bit of tough love.
If the truth gives you a wedgie, then you know what? Buy better underpants.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
There's a fire, call the fireman. If you're in pain.
All right, back in on this Monday edition of Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. No Mike Evans. Marcello Romano filling in. Got Stoke, got Stink coming up. But as I alluded to going into the break, last year, Stoke, the Broncos defense was one of the best in the league. They set a franchise record for sacks with 68 last year. Zach Allen over the weekend had an interesting quote, and I'm just going to kind of paraphrase the end of it, is that they were close to the sack record last year, and we fully expect to break it this year. 68 sacks. Now, listen, the ESPN's Football Power Index came out a couple weeks ago, and the Broncos kind of found themselves like middle of the pack. And a lot of the reasoning behind that was it's tough to replicate great defensive seasons. So for him to come out and say that they fully expect to break the sack record, which they had 68 last year, you lose a guy like JFM. We don't know what's going to happen with Jonathan Cooper, but we all expect that he certainly will miss time. Do you think that is a reasonable expectation for the Broncos to have that in their sights for 2026?
Well, I mean, that's a big boy number to get to that. But they have the guys to be able to do it. You know, when you look at Nick Bonito, I still think he's improving. To your point, Jonathan Cooper situation, you know, that muddies a lot of it up here. But Zach Allen's going to continue to do his thing. So they have the guys to be able to go out there and, you know, have a great year getting after the quarterback. A lot of it does depend on your offense also. You need to have leads, you know, so you can pin your ears back and just get after the quarterback. You know, when you're playing from behind, well, the other team's running the ball a little bit more. Well, if you're playing with the lead and they're playing catch-up, they're going to be throwing it more, and that gives you more opportunities to get sacks. So, you know, I wouldn't be shocked if at the end of next year you see this team with 71, 72 sacks and they break the record. So I like that. Hey, put it out there. You know, like Sean Payton's put that stuff out there last year about being a Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
I mean, put it out there. Who cares? So that's your goal. And, you know, you were close last year. Go for it.
Doesn't it make it all that much more impressive to have done it last year? Because it wasn't like they had leads in all those games. There was, I mean, for majority of the season, Stoke, and last time I was in with you, we talked about this, the whole interesting scenario where Davis Webb is now become the play caller. But for much of the season last year, it was clunky. You had games that you won, like the Giants game comes to mind immediately. You didn't lead that game until the very end. Same thing with the Philadelphia game against some decent opponents. For them to put up those numbers that they did last year, when they weren't like the 2012 Broncos, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they were in games, they were tight, 11 one-score games. For them to put up 68 sacks, break the franchise record, and be within 4 of the all-time record.
Yeah, and hopefully this year, you know, offensively they should be better, right? So hopefully they are playing with the lead a little bit more than they were last year, and not just one-score games. You know, hopefully you have some double-digit leads there where you can really just pin your ears back and get after the quarterback. But no, I think that's a good point. They were able to do it, and a lot of those games it felt like they had to come from behind and make plays at the end. Bo did, and this offense did. So it didn't feel like they were playing with the lead, you know, a ton. in those football games where they could just get after the quarterback. So I think it does make it even more impressive.
Do you have any interest in Von Miller returning and finishing his career here?
I don't think so. Not in this situation. You got young guys that you're trying to give looks to. And then on top of that, Von's a big personality.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, this is Nick Bonito and Pat Surtain's defense now. This is, Bo Nix's team now. So I think they've just turned the page on Von Miller and a reunion. I don't know, obviously last year he had a good solid year last year.
Well, that's why I asked the question, because if we know we're probably going to miss Cooper for a certain amount of time, the legal issues aside, he'll be suspended from the league most likely, right? So you're going to miss time there. You lose a guy.
The only situation there where, if that court case gets postponed, and
it doesn't happen until after the season,
right? That's the only scenario where I see him being available for the whole season. But certainly, if that court case happens, I'm with you. I believe that he will get suspended.
And you don't think that the league tries to kind of preemptively put a?
I don't.
Okay. Or the Broncos as an organization either could just put a self-imposed kind of let's just get this out of the way.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think they're going to wait and let this thing play out. But the league can do whatever they want. So who knows what they'll do in this situation? But I think they're going to let the court case play out and see what happens there, and then have their punishment.
Yeah. So all right. So even if he is able to play, he had the same production that Von Miller did last year. So there are 7.5 sacks that are going away with JFM not being involved anymore. Where do we fill those? Because if we do say that they're going to, or they fully expect to break that sack record, which was 72, held by the 84 Bears, the Broncos were 5th all-time on that list. We got to find some of those numbers elsewhere. Or maybe it's just Bonito doesn't have that little lull late in the season that we've seen over the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, I mean, you got Jonah Ellis. Hopefully he takes a step forward. I mean, guys like Savion Jones, who they drafted 2 drafts ago. Uwaze Rike is another guy, young guy that you're hoping going into his 4th year maybe, takes a step forward. So, you have a drafted guy, Onyedem.
I know who you're talking about. The
Yeah.
draft pick?
Yeah, the first pick that they had in the 3rd round, Onyedem.
Yeah,
him. So, you got young guys, DeAndre Tillman. So you have guys that you're hoping improve and get better and take that step forward. So I think that's what you're looking at with this football team. You're looking at, hey, we're going to give our young guys playing time. So I just think that they probably look at Von and just say, that it's over.
Yeah. Plus, who was it? Q Robinson? He had a sack in that AFC Championship game. That dude's a physical freak. So just opportunities that'll be given to these guys. We'll see how they kind of answer that bell. All right, coming up, we talk about the defensive side. Let's flip over to the offensive side. We know that Bo Nix is not on that top 10 list, but where can the Broncos receiving core go? And is it too early to think of maybe about a double 1,000-yard seasons for these Broncos receivers? Stoke and I discuss next.
With the Broncos bringing back J.K. Dobbins and drafting Jonah Coleman, is there an important piece that fans could be sleeping on?
It just seems like RJ Harvey's been the forgotten man in all this. There were things he did last year that maybe didn't blow you away. He was a rookie. I'm one that refuses to bury a guy until I see how he comes back for that second year. Because for a lot of these rookies, that rookie season is just one big whirlwind.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Cecil Lammy here from my friends SodaDietAndNutrition.com. They've got a big summer offer. You can get 4 weeks free. Call 866-800-SODA and mention this station, 104.3 The Fan. 866-800-SODA. Mention this station to get 4 weeks free. Their big summer offer going on right now. It's Soda, Diet, and Nutrition. I want you to call up 866-800-SODA. Listen, 5 years ago I lost 60 pounds with soda, and I'm never going back. Why? Because they taught me how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat. And having having those tools is amazing for your weight loss journey, because it's about knowing what you need every single day, and then having your own nutritionist, a personalized nutritionist with a personalized plan for you, the dynamic diet for you, custom built for you, so that you can lose weight and you can keep it off. And that's the main thing. 5 years have gone by and those 60 pounds are not coming back. They'll never come back, because I learned how to eat, what to eat, and when to eat, all thanks to Soda. SodaDietNutrition.com. Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
If you're stuck in rush hour traffic, you have options. Contact Arby's, and Arby's today to get $1 fries and sliders between 2 and 6 p.m. Get $1 fries and sliders between 2 and 6 p.m. with any regularly priced food item only at participating Arby's.
Arby's, we have the meats.
Are you one of those people who dread going to the dentist? If so, have you tried sedation dentistry? Learn more about sedation dentistry at coloradosedation.com. Sit back, relax, and dream with the most experienced sedation dentist and staff at Clarkson Dental.
Skip this year's front porch roofing circus and bring in the local professionals.
Visit us at DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
Joint pain is awful when you're the person who is fighting through it, but I'm betting you aren't the only ones affected. Maybe you love someone who struggles with joint pain. You see it. You see what they don't say, what they've slowly stopped doing. It's July. The days are long. The light hangs around. Time to be outside, moving, playing, living, and you're sitting it out. Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about getting that life back, because at QC Kinetics, that's what's happening every day. People who are stuck in that cycle of pain in their hips, knees, shoulders, and back, they're finally stepping out of it with regenerative treatments done right in their office. No surgery, long recovery, or putting life on hold. Just real relief. The inflammation eases and the pain lets go. We hear it all the time, not just from patients, but from the people around them. He's back. She's herself again. So if this sounds like you or someone you love, go find out what's possible. QC Kinetics offers a free consultation to see if you're a candidate. Call 303-900-8986, 303-900-8986, with locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recycle-On Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recycleon.org/Colorado.
In Colorado, relationships matter. That's why professional contractors across the Front Range choose Western Pacific for doors and millwork. For 35 years, this family-owned, locally operated supplier has delivered quality products, next-day delivery, and quick will-call service that keeps builders on schedule. From new construction to remodels, their experienced team is committed to helping contractors succeed. Visit GoWestPack.com. Western Pacific, local ownership, professional expertise built for Colorado contractors.
Don't care for my local hometown team, ROX rocks heating and air. Don't get fooled by out-of-state private equity corporations that are buying local HVAC companies, offering higher prices, bad service, and shady sales tactics. Don't trust your home to someone out of state when you have the best company right here in town. ROX are experts in local energy rebates and tax credits to save you money only at ROX rocks heating and air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX rocks heating and air.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975 in Boulder, has a championship-level lineup ready for you to test drive and take home today. They currently have specials on both the BMW X3 and X5 models. The BMW X3 model is a luxury compact SUV that offers balanced handling and a powertrain variety. The BMW X5 model is a high-performance powerhouse luxury model that offers you a thrilling driving experience. They also have a great pre-owned BMW lineup as well. Schedule your test drive today. Go to GebhardtBMW.com.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, Dr. Joseph Ramos is both a doctor and a lawyer, combining legal and medical expertise. He can help. Ramos Law, the official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. RamosLaw.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Music history.
I've now baptized you in the glory of Led Zeppelin.
Brutal honesty.
Today's just been a bad day for you, Mike. I don't know how else to put it.
And some questionable taste.
I do not heat up leftovers.
Oh, my
I only eat
God.
leftovers cold.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Mike Evans on assignment, or back east with his boys, Burnsy, Slappy, Swami, whatever, all his buds. Marcello Romano filling in for Mike Evans this Monday morning. Stoke, as we went to break, we're talking a lot about the Broncos. ESPN has the list out of their top 10 quarterbacks. Bo Nix is not on that list. He's not in the honorable mentions. But we do know this, or at least we famously know it in fans of Denver Broncos past, is Mike Shanahan has always famously said, third year of a quarterback in a system is when you will really start to see the strides, the quarterback understanding the rhythm, the flow that he is working with his offensive coordinator. Now, we know it's going to be different this year with Davis Webb calling plays, but we haven't seen a season where we've seen two receivers wearing a Bronco uniform have 1,000-yard seasons. And we go back to probably Emmanuel and DT the last time to do that when Payton was chucking the rock around to them. Do you think there's a likelihood that we could see it this year with this new offense? And what we heard in the offseason last time I was in with you, remember we kept hearing they're going to let it rip, which means it seems like they're going to be more aggressive with it, but we haven't seen it, and we haven't seen Davis Webb do it either.
Right. No, I think there's a real possibility that Cortland Sutton and Jalen Waddle both could have a 1,000-yard season. You're going to be seeing both of them on the field all the time. You know, they're not going to be coming off the field. So where last year we saw the rotation there with that second wide receiver, you're not going to see that this year. Waddle brings something that Cortland Sutton doesn't have, so I think they're going to complement each other very well and be a good pair. And I think finally Sutton's going to have someone to be able to take some pressure off of him. With Waddle being in the mix this year. But yeah, if I had to put my money on yes or no, if they stay healthy and they both play 17 games, I think they both go over 1,000 yards this season.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. And especially with the idea that we're thinking like, listen, man, there's only one rock to throw around. And you have a lot of different areas where you're trying to kind of utilize or manipulate a defense or maximize talents. But you have those two. You have Troy Franklin. You have Marvin Mims. You have Evan Ingram, who I think will have a more productive season this year than he did last year. Plus, then we go to the running game. Like, isn't that going to be a focal point? I kind of wonder because when we were seeing two guys do it in a Broncos uniform, that offense looked a hell of a lot different than the one we've seen here the past couple of years.
Yeah, well, you know, and I look at Davis Webb taking over the play calling, and you know, it's funny because anytime that you get a new offensive coordinator, do they ever tell you that they're going to be more conservative? No, we're going to run the ball a lot more and be way more conservative. No, they always say, you know, we're going to fireworks and we're going to be explosive. We're going to let it rip. We're going to be aggressive. You know, that's what you always say. So it sounds good in the offseason, but, you know, if you go out there and you're just throwing the ball all around the yard and it's incompletions and you're going 3 and out and, you know, all of a sudden, you know, you're feeling a little bit different about, you know, this new offensive coordinator. So, but I'm excited about Davis Webb. You know, he's been around Bo now for a couple years, and he's been around Sean Payton for, 3 years. So I think, you hopefully he provides a little boost to this offense, and he's got a new weapon with Jalen Waddle. And to your point earlier that you mentioned about Bo Nix going into his third year, should continue to progress. The game should slow down for him. And now he's got a nice weapon to throw to in Jalen Waddle. So, all signs point towards this offense being better and improving. And so you look at Sutton and Waddle, and I say, I would expect both of those guys to be over 1,000 yards if they stay healthy.
I think what the interesting thing is we can point back to the last time we saw it with the Denver Broncos, which was in 2015, DT and Emmanuel. Emmanuel with 1,100, DT with 1,300 yards. A different style offense, offense in general at that point was, over a decade ago, looked a lot different. But maybe we should be looking at when Drew Brees took the Saints to the next level, and then how often did they have those type of receivers putting up those numbers? And they were never like big super household names. It was like Robert Meacham, these guys that Sean Payton had, and he distributed the rock as well as anybody. Maybe that's what we should be looking for versus like comparing it to the last time we saw two Broncos do it. Yeah,
I mean, I think you look at how Drew Brees did it, and it's going to be different than how Bo Nix is going to do it. So I think he did get the most out of the players around him. When you look at the wide receivers, you had like Marcus Colston, but not, besides Mike Thomas, I mean, you didn't really have, I'm trying to think, explosive wide receivers with that group. Now, obviously, they had a lot of talent offensively, but I think you look at this group here, and this should be the best offense that they've had in a while since, post Peyton Manning. With the addition of Waddle and then this offensive line coming back, bringing Dobbins back. I like this running back room, and I'm with you with Ingram. I think he's going to go out there and have a better year this year.
Let me ask you this before we get to break and welcome the big fella back in from his big trip to Alaska. How much do you change offensively your identity with Bo Nix on the designed run things, knowing the way that the season finished and knowing that that's a huge concern going forward? If you lose him, your season's essentially lost anyways, and there was a ton of designed runs last year.
Yeah.
What percentage do you think would alter that?
I don't think you change much there. You just got to be smart if you're Bo. A big part of his game and why he's had success is his running ability, his ability to get out of the pocket, make plays off schedule, but also, we've seen him have some big runs and design run plays. So, but he usually does a really good job of getting down. You're not going to call plays scared, right? We don't want Davis Webb, calling plays and being, scared that this guy's going to get hurt or that guy's going to get hurt. That's not a good way to be an offensive coordinator in the NFL.
No, not at all. And I don't mean like as far as like if a play breaks down, he's going to run because that's part of it's a strength of his game. I just meant more so because the injury, it happened on a play that didn't look like much, but it was a designed run for sure.
And we've seen some of those plays work big. And so I just think that you're going to still see those throughout the course of the season. Now, you don't want to call them a ton, but that's Bo can make plays on those design runs.
Coming up, Mark Schlereth gets back in the house from his trip out to Alaska. Plus, ESPN has their positional rankings, top 10s. Where do the Broncos fall on that list? We dive into that in hour number 2.
Should fans and media look past a certain thing when it comes to Peyton Watson?
It's a gamble that you have to take if you're the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, and don't we have to get over the fact that it's a $25 million a year deal? I know it. The money is insane. It's stupid. It is reckless. It is foolish, okay? I get it. I hate to say it, but $25 million a year isn't that much.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Most home sellers get one offer. It's somewhere between lowball and not good enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard's new Orchard offers, you don't just get one offer. You get multiple cash offers from serious investors all competing for your home. That's right. Make investors compete with Orchard's cash offer marketplace. Here's how it works. You work with an Orchard agent who submits your home to their exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers. They come to you with offers. You review them all.
and pick the best one on your terms, so you don't have to settle on one offer or worry about leaving money on the table. You see every offer side by side. That's how you know you're getting top dollar. Orchard Offers means no repairs, no showings, no drawn-out process. Before you accept any offer, see them all first. Get a free home valuation and see your offers today with Orchard Offers. Go to Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Performance matters in intimate moments. Don't let ED ruin them. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and I want to assure you that if you're like the vast majority of guys, you don't have to suffer with ED anymore. In fact, you might be pleasantly surprised at how the right treatments could positively impact your love life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical therapies go far beyond pills. We have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, and we offer specific and combinative treatments that can dramatically enhance both your performance and your stamina. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a far greater level of intimacy to both you and the one you love, perhaps performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and find out why our advanced treatment strategies offer so much more. Your first visit is just $99 and gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, advanced medical science to improve men's lives.
Shop Honda keeps car buying simple. One price, one person, 1 hour means no games, no back and forth, and no dealer handling fees ever. Upfront pricing and one dedicated advisor who handles everything from start to finish. It's straightforward, stress-free, and honestly the way car buying should have always been. At Shop Honda, the experience is just as good as the vehicle you're driving home. Discover the Shop Honda difference for yourself. Visit Shop Honda today, proud partner of the Dover and Cecil Show.
I'm Rob Wilhite. If you've been in a car accident, you need experience that wins. For almost 50 years in Colorado, my firm has recovered over $1 billion for crash victims. Call 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's WilhiteWins.com.
Hey, it's Zach here. If you're working on your home this summer, lock in a low-interest loan with 5280 Exteriors, as low as 6.99% for 15 years. Get those dream windows, siding, or decking project. Visit 5280exteriors.com. The altitude of quality.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
We wouldn't be celebrating America 250 if it wasn't for a strong foundation set by the framers. Hamilton built America's financial foundation on sound money, later embodied by the gold standard. But we abandoned that discipline in 1971 and have seen inflation erode the dollar's value. What's the foundation of your savings? Is it gold or something that can be devalued? Hi, it's Dr. Ron Paul, and I encourage you to speak with my friends at Birch Gold Group about diversifying an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. Learn more by requesting a free info kit on gold IRAs. Just text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Let Birch Gold help you build your foundation with gold. Text the word SECURE to the number 989898. Text SECURE to 989898.
Have you ever looked in the mirror and just didn't feel like yourself anymore? Maybe your clothes don't fit the way they used to, or you don't like how you look in them. Honestly, it's more than that. It's how you feel walking into a room, avoiding photos, skipping events, not feeling as confident at work or even with your spouse. Over time, it starts to wear on you. Here's the truth. Losing weight is one thing. Feeling confident again and keeping it off, that's what really matters. At Colorado Fat Loss, we help people lose 20 to 40 pounds naturally in about 60 days without injections, crazy workouts, or prepackaged meals. More importantly, we show you how to keep the weight off so you can feel comfortable in your clothes, confident going out, and actually like what you see in the mirror again.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here, and I lost 30 pounds in just 7 weeks. It was easy, and I've kept the weight off.
Many clients lose 20 to 40 pounds in about 60 days. Schedule a free weight loss consultation. Call and start to feel confident again. Go to coloradofatloss.com. That's coloradofatloss.com. Results may vary.
Bank of America, sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026, dedicated to offering solutions to help businesses meet their goals. bankofamerica.com/gamechangers.
KKFN and KKFN HD1, Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. Self-appointed nicknames.
Obviously, I am the hockey guy at this station.
Grammar lessons.
High five, Fama Jamma.
And Oscar-worthy impressions.
My version was, get off my plane. Okay. Yours was,
get off my plane. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Back in hour number 2, Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. Marcello Romano filling in for Mike Evans this morning. And we welcome the big fella back from his trip to Alaska. Stink, what's up, man?
How we doing?
Doing great,
Are we
buddy.
doing all right?
Doing good.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
How you doing? I'm glad that you're still in one piece.
Yeah.
Looks like you. Did you get any work done
Not really.
on this trip? Was it? Yeah. I could tell you were a little bit disappointed.
Yeah.
You know that the grandkids and probably the wife are like, you know, you got to spend time with the
kids.
grandkids.
Wait. Yeah.
You know, so you didn't get to do the work that you normally would want to get done, the corduroying, and all the yard work.
The yard work, Dad had it pretty much squared away, but it was really Dad wanted to kind of hang and take the grandkids places.
Yeah.
So his great grandkids. So we had a blast, man. We went up Mount Alyeska, got to the top of the mountain. We took the gondola up there. We went up to Palmer to see my sister, see all the fields that are planted, and have dinner up there in Palmer, Alaska. We went to the zoo. I mean, we were all over the place, just all over the place.
So normally when you go to work?
No, not really. I just go help my dad with some projects and stuff. He's always got 14 things going on. He's got like shovels and rakes on every corner of his lot. So he's got 5 acres, but there's nowhere you can go where there's not a shovel or rake, you know, propped up against a tree somewhere. So I bet you that man has 25 shovels
around the property,
just around the property, and rakes to go with them, all kinds of rakes. So I mean, so he never has to go find one; they're always just right there.
So he's the original man 101.
Yo, there's no question about it.
You learned from the best in poolside, right?
Yep, 100%.
Well, we welcome you back in. I don't know how much you paid attention. I know you were probably setting alarms for the World Cup games. I don't know the time changed, in Alaska, but I know you were probably heavily invested in that with being such a big fan.
No, once the United States went out, I was done. It was over for me. World Cup ended.
Come on. It's been great. We've adopted a new team.
Have we?
Yes.
What team?
I adopted France, and then Mike did Norway, and then I got a lot of pushback because France was the favorite, and you can't adopt the favorite. So I went on board with him in Norway, but now that Norway's gone, hey, I'm adopting a new team. So we got 4 teams left. I mean, this is it.
What do we got? What do we got? We got Argentina.
Yeah.
We got Spain and England, right?
And France.
And France.
You're going to mess me up with that now. I'm going to start saying it like that, Stoke. France.
I think that's how the France people say it. France.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Who should we scoop up?
Well, I mean, you got Messi at Argentina.
They won last time. I'm not Messi. Everyone
Let's go
loves
England.
Messi. I'm not.
They're the true underdog out of the 4 teams left, right?
Right.
Would be England.
I kind of like Mbappe.
Yeah.
My guy.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're the number 1 seed, so you can't go.
Okay.
Go with Spain. Spain and France. They're not really any different, right?
Well, they were both weren't they 1 and 2 going into it as far as odds to win it?
I don't know. I haven't.
France, Spain, and then maybe Argentina.
I don't know.
I don't think England's won it in a long time.
I don't know
Since
if they
like the
have.
60s.
Did they?
Yeah.
They got that one guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one guy.
That one guy.
Yeah. The one guy's pretty good.
Yeah, that guy.
So,
what's that?
Harry Kane?
Yeah.
Kane, yeah.
Yeah,
Harry Kane.
he's really good. So, yeah, we'll go England.
All right,
there
let's
we go.
England.
All right.
The real underdogs.
All right, we hit our quota for World Cup talk with with Mark Schlereth, so we already checked that box. When we started the show, big news today is, obviously this is kind of the summer doldrum stink of sports as far as what we have going on. You're kind of right in the middle of it with Major League Baseball as we have the Home Run Derby tonight and the All-Star Game tomorrow night. World Cup will finish up this coming week. But we have lists, right? We have power rankings, and ESPN has come out with their positional list. This morning, Jeremy Fowler went through his quarterback one, and he compiled the list, but it is from coaches, executives, and scouts. They're ranking these guys. Bo Nix is not in the top 10. I don't know if you heard that coming in.
No.
Stoke and I didn't think he probably deserves that quite yet, but we thought he should be right on the outside looking in. He's not even there. What do you take of it? And was there any surprise on
I
the
haven't
list?
looked at it.
Okay.
I have not looked
All
at
right.
it. So where did Bo Nix come in?
He got others receiving votes after the 5 honorable mentions. So he'd
so-
probably be 18 on the list.
Yeah,
Is that
somewhere in
fitting?
there. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, I would have him somewhere between, probably not in the top 12, but I think anywhere after that is reasonable. The issue that you're going to get into with this is you're going to get some guys that are going to be rated ahead of Bo Nix that don't deserve to be rated ahead of Bo Nix, and part of that is, just part of that is. People will sit here, executives will sit here and say, well, that defense carried them.
Mm-hmm.
That defense carried them. And then you'll look at the 3 and outs and the issues that were 3 and outs. I mean, 3/4, I think it was 3/4 of the way through the season. They still led by a pretty wide margin the league as far as 3 and outs are concerned. So I understand where the votes and how the votes come in. But then when you just watch quarterbacks play, you take away all the other stuff, which is hard to do, but you take away all the other stuff. And I guarantee you there's 3 or 4 guys that were rated ahead of Bo Nix that just don't deserve to be there.
I'm going to give you the top 10 real quick.
All right.
The first 4, I think, are slam dunks. I don't think there's any argument there. You could probably move them up and down however you see fit, but it's Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Joe Burrow. There's your top 4.
Okay.
I don't think there's a ton of argument. People might have issue with Joe Burrow because of the health, whatever. Moving on, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert. That's the one that I kind of took issue with at 7. Drake May at 8, Jared Goff at 9, and Caleb Williams at 10. Any issues with any of the where they fall? Jared Goff at 9.
I would put Bo Nix ahead of Caleb Williams. I mean, Caleb Williams is a dynamic playmaker, but he's not a very polished quarterback, especially in gun. His feet are just all over the place, inaccuracies all over the place, and they'll bring out this. Well, he threw the ball away more than almost every other quarterback in football. Listen, when you miss the wide open dude and scramble around for 4.5 seconds and then throw one away, that to me doesn't count as a throwaway. Right? You bypassed the guy that was wide open for something better, and then you scrambled around for 4.5 seconds and chucked one out of bounds. That's not a throwaway. That's a missed opportunity. Yeah. So I know they're enamored with the way he scrambles around Stoke and makes plays, but that's insanity to me.
Yeah, I look at it, I say, I think, when you look at Justin Herbert, when you look at Dak Prescott, and those guys being in the top 10, and Caleb Williams, and you say, well, I don't know, I could say that Bo is just as good as those guys. And what Bo has been able to do in his first 2 years has been pretty remarkable. It's not sexy football, though. It's not like he's just dropping back in the pocket and just picking you apart, right? So I think that hurts him when it comes to some of these, rankings and votes because, from national people, how much stock do you put into just winning football games? He's done a great job of that. It might not look the prettiest, but he finds ways to get it done. So I'm okay with him not being in the top 10. but I certainly think he should be in the honorable mention. So I have Bo probably 12 or 13. He would be on my list right now. And so for him not to even be in the honorable mentions, I think is
bit of a slight.
Yes.
Yeah. I hold that thought because I want to continue this discussion on the other side. But first, this Thursday from noon to 1, it's the first giveaway of our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 T-shirts. We'll be at Santiago's Mexican restaurant located at 2501 Ford Street in Golden. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt. When we come back, I do want to know what Stink and Stoke value more in a quarterback. We do that next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 T-shirts. We'll have 5 drops this year at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area starting July 16th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Bluebird Windows and Doors, the only local window company that offers a lifetime warranty on labor from the initial consultation to your buying experience to the day of the install. And for as long as you live in the house, Bluebird is with you, working as partners on your home project. It's the kind of commitment that has made Bluebird such a local, family-owned success for 20 years now. And for all of July, it's their Buy More, Save More event. Save up to 20% off your window, door, and siding projects. Mention my name, get an additional 5% off. Financing is available. Go to gobluebirdco.com and make today a Bluebird Day.
Welcome to Whatever Bank. How may I barely help you today?
Hi, is there an option to open a checking account with no monthly fees?
0 monthly fees? I'm afraid not. Just think of the fee as a subscription to your own money.
You don't have to bank like that. Make the switch to Key Bank to open a Key Smart checking account with no monthly maintenance fees.
Ooh, I like that.
Learn more at key.com/keysmartchecking. Key Bank opens doors. Key Bank, member FDIC.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging
Let me check that for you.
to help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. And free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
Your dog is limping, but she seems fine. Plus, you've heard they can fake it just to get what they want. So what's the deal now? You're being gaslit.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Oh, now she switched legs. What a diva.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
Most people don't think about their garage door until it stops working. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. There's never a good time for your garage door to break, whether you're rushing to work or you're trying to get the kids to school. We know how much you rely on your garage door. That's why we offer same-day repairs, because life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage door is what we do, but making your life easier and your home safer is why we do it. Families trust us because we deliver, and we'd be honored to earn your trust too. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
All right, barbecue fans, Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law and 303 Law 4040 with something special for you that we're cooking up for the best free meal in all of Denver. Now, in addition to my delicious smoked pulled pork that we serve on nearly a monthly basis and my copycat Chipotle chicken recipe that has a kiss of smoke and is fantastic, our friends over at Old Style Sausage, a local company that makes these sausages that are custom made for the smoker, Mike Daborski over there is going to give us some. So this summer, they will join the menu at the best free meal in Denver. We're here to help. It's every first and third Thursday. You get free groceries and a hot meal for the night. No questions asked. You just pull up and pop the trunk. It's every first and third Thursday, Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road, E Hills Church from 4 to 6 p.m. Help us spread the word.
There are so many out-of-state roofing companies and roofing companies claiming to be locally owned, yet owned by out-of-state private equity firms.
Denver Roof Pros is the real deal. We are truly locally owned and operate right out of Denver.
We've been serving the Front Range and the Eastern Plains from Fort Collins to Colorado Springs for 10 years.
Choose local. Choose DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
What's up, everybody? Philip Lindsay here. If degenerative joints are trapping you in pain, then you need to go see my friends at Regen RX in Denver, because they can help you reclaim your freedom to move, to explore, and live life on your own terms. Their natural stem cell and PRP therapy uses your body's own healing power to set you free. Pain-free, that is. So get your free consultation today and give them a call at 303-630-9770, or you can visit them online at regenrx.co. And right now, you can get 50% off of your first shockwave therapy treatment in July. So give them a call again at 303-630-9770.
One Real Broncos Talk. Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Listener appreciation.
Our RamosLaw.com texters always answer the bell.
Mentorship.
You can't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Yeah. And words of wisdom.
Don't let my confidence offend your insecurity.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Back in, no Mike Evans, Marcello Romano filling in. Stokely, Stink, and Marcello. I want to ask you guys this, and I asked you this earlier, Stoke, but valuing, because I'm already seeing this on the text line, the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043, is when you look at these numbers, and I'll start with you, Stoke, like a lot of the numbers, Bo stacks up with all the quarterbacks that are on this list. And for whatever reason, there's guys that get put ahead of him. Like Jaden Daniels is in the honorable mention section. They've accomplished very similar accomplishments through their two seasons in the NFL. Except for Bo's been to the postseason twice. Jaden Daniels didn't even play all that much last year. He's rated ahead above him. Where do you take intangibles out and what they're supposed to be, as far as like, oh, his physical skill set is unbelievable, it's unmatched, his generational talent, versus it may not look aesthetically pleasing, but the dude is just a freaking winner.
Yeah. Well, I think, overall that's what it comes down to, is finding ways to win football games. And I think there's, a few things that we've talked a lot about why Bo doesn't get the respect that, he deserves, or that he certainly gets here, is, where he was drafted, how good this defense is, and then it just doesn't look pretty for, maybe a half a game, and then all of a sudden he finds ways to get it done. He's not going to sit there and just, dissect you apart from, the pocket. It's gonna look a little bit different, and I think teams think, and people outside of here think that, can he continue to play like that and still be successful? So I think eventually he'll get the respect that he deserves nationally. It's just going to take a little bit longer than some of these other guys for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah, to Stokes' point on where he was drafted, I mean, come on, you were the 6th of 6 taken. And I think sometimes it's hard. Like, there are a lot of people who evaluate this. You're asking general managers and coaches. Well, general managers and coaches that passed on him. General managers and coaches that thought he was a second rounder. Those guys don't like to be wrong about dudes. So they're going to rank them. There's always a little bit of bias when you're ranking dudes. Like here in Denver, we had him ranked a lot higher than the rest of the media hordes. And obviously the Broncos had him ranked a lot higher. So you've got to overcome those natural biases just from your evaluation process. Like what you evaluated him coming out of college and what he has become so far in his first 2 years, you got to kind of throw those things out the window. And you're right, Jaden was unbelievable in his rookie year. I mean, unreal. Their fourth down conversion rate, they were like 21 of 24 on fourth downs. I mean, they were he was ridiculous. In a lot of those fourth downs, he either threw them for first downs or he ran them for first downs. So he was probably about 80% of them. He was directly, influenced those first downs. So he was incredible.
Yeah, but he didn't play last year hardly, and they stunk. And so, you're just going to overlook that? I mean,
that's my issue. And I get everything you're saying going into it, and you don't want to be wrong. I'm not going to try and play revisionist history and say that I liked Bo Nix above any other quarterback. I would have taken Drake May or J.J. McCarthy over Bo Nix. If I'm being honest with myself going back then, I'm saying after 2 seasons and what we've seen put out for everyone to kind of review then, and it's still kind of like he's mentioned with at the end of this list is others being mentioned or receiving votes is Daniel Jones and C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
Which seems like it doesn't fit for me at all because Daniel Jones, he had a phenomenal start to last year. We didn't know how it finished because of the injury. And C.J. Stroud has just dropped off a cliff since his rookie year.
Yeah. Daniel Jones finished so well that they gave his jersey to Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
That's how well that finished. Yeah, no, I mean, hey, listen, you really want to have a beef? Be in Philadelphia where your quarterback's won a Super Bowl MVP, and you're in an honorable mention category.
True.
In Jalen Hurts. So, listen, there's plenty of people that deserve, or you can question. And Bo certainly is one of those guys, maybe not in the top 10, but certainly somewhere between, certainly somewhere right around 15, 14, somewhere in there. Not just, hey, others receiving votes.
When I'll give you the honorable mentions, and then just tell me who you would take. Would you take Bo Nix over this player or not? Brock Purdy. Stink?
I would probably take Brock Purdy.
Over Bo Nix?
Yeah.
Yeah, right now. But I think Bo's ceiling's higher. But Purdy, he's been to a Super Bowl. So I'm going to give him a little respect there. So I'll have him ahead of Bo.
Jaden Daniels?
No.
Agreed. Baker Mayfield. I think this one's an interesting one.
I would not put him above Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I'd have Baker Mayfield ranked ahead of him. I think Baker's just done it longer. And then, now that he found his spot in Tampa.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, that's very, very close.
By the way, you see Baker over the weekend?
Dancing?
That Century Championship, bringing back the Dougie.
Teach me how to Dougie.
Why aren't you playing golf in that? How come you didn't get to play?
I never have. That's really.
I see
Is
some
it an
guys,
invitational?
Yeah, I see some guys that play in that. I mean, I think that you are on the same celebrity level as some of those guys, and I know you're a stick.
I'm not a stick, unfortunately. My golf game stinks right now.
I don't buy that.
I'm trending in the wrong direction. I don't know. I've never tried to play in it. It's really not my thing. So, yeah, those days are long gone.
I'd like
I'd
like to see Stoke
Payton
in that.
not in that.
4!
Yeah. No, you'd be good in that.
No, but that was fun to watch. I enjoyed watching it. Steph's playing well, and he was up there at the top of the leaderboard for a little bit. So, no, that's really not for me. But those guys are really, really good.
Some of those guys
well,
are
not
really
all of
good.
them.
No.
Some of them are just there. Like Ray Romano's there every year.
Yeah, no, he's awful.
Chuck.
Right, but some of them, like those guys that win this thing, I mean, those guys are
Legitimate.
legit. Real.
Who won it
deal.
yesterday?
Marty Fish.
Yeah, he's
tennis player.
Yeah, he's won it a bunch.
He's like a +2.
Yeah.
So he's a really good player.
There's Romo for years.
Romo's won it 3 times.
There's a couple hockey players that were pretty dang good as golfers once they were done playing. All right, back to these guys. Who would you take, Sam Darnold or Bo Nix?
Sam Darnold just won a Super Bowl, so I would take Sam Darnold.
Yeah, you have to take Sam.
Yeah, it's amazing what a couple good months can do for you, huh?
Yeah.
I
mean, when you go out there and you do it and you deliver and you win a Super Bowl, I don't care what you did 6 years ago with the Jets.
Right.
You're not seeing Ghost anymore.
Yeah, he was great with Minnesota. I mean, they won 14 games with Minnesota, and then he was great last year with the Seahawks.
It was great with Minnesota until it wasn't. I kept thinking that was going to happen in Seattle, but I think the fortunes of that season changed on that Thursday night game with the 2-point conversion that was just sitting. Like, everything changed because I thought the Rams were the best team for the entirety of the year until that point, because then they got the home field advantage. Everything kind of changed from there, and he is a Super Bowl champion. So I agree with you. I had to, eat some crow on that one as well. Trevor Lawrence.
No. I take Bo.
Yeah, I agree. Bo.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Trevor Lawrence Trevor Lawrence, big, strapping, athletic, the whole 9 yards.
Can't miss prospect, right?
Woefully,
he played well last year. Last year was probably his best year in a long time with Liam Cohen.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that continues with Liam Cohen as
Duval. Even with Liam Cohen, he wildly inconsistent in the course of games. Like, he'll be great for 2 series in a row, and then he'll come out and look like he's never played football before for 2 series in a row. Like, it's uncanny how that works with him. So I would take Bo. I think Bo's a more consistent performer.
All right, we get to a break, and coming up, 2 other Broncos made that top 10 or top rankings for offensive line, and I think there was maybe a defensive lineman in there too as well. But before we do that, summer is here, which means road trips, but with the high gas prices, you're questioning whether or not to take that trip. DenverSports is here to help. Enter for your chance to win a weekly $250 gas card and a possible grand prize of $1,000. All you have to do is listen for the keyword every hour and text it to 303-713-1043 before that hour ends. The more keywords you enter, the more chances you have to win. For the complete rules, visit denversports.com/keyword. More Broncos on these rankings. We get into it next.
They're back. Our free limited edition training camp 2026 t-shirts will have 5 drops this year at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area starting July 16th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to denversports.com/shirt.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Cudarelli Vision. You know the story. I wore glasses growing up, and then when I hit my 30s, playing for the Broncos, had LASIK surgery. That was awesome. But when I hit my mid-50s, I started needing readers for everything I was doing, seeing menus, reading text stats, studying film on the computer. I decided to see Dr. Cudarelli at Cudarelli Vision for a refractive lens exchange, and I can tell you firsthand, total game changer for me. It can be for you as well. And you can join Dr. Cudarelli this Wednesday at noon for his free live webinar. To learn about refractive lens exchange for Cudarelli Vision, it's the perfect opportunity to meet him and have all your questions answered about Cudarelli Vision RLE. Like, hey man, how long does it take? Are you a good candidate? What's the recovery time, the procedure, the cost, the financing, the whole 9 yards. Cudarelli is the most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures, and he can tell you when it's the right time for you. So again, that free live webinar this Wednesday at noon. You can register at coloradorle.com. No readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts. That's coloradorle.com.
Switching your account numbers is hard. Being forced to switch, even worse. That's why at Belco Credit Union, we want to pay you to switch. From June 1st to August 31st, we're offering a $300 bonus when you open a new checking account with a qualifying direct deposit of $500 or more. They changed your account number. You can change who you bank with. Go to belco.org/switch for full offer details. Insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Belco. Banking for everyone.
Joint pain is awful when you're the person who is fighting through it, but I'm betting you aren't the only ones affected. Maybe you love someone who struggles with joint pain. You see it. You see what they don't say, what they've slowly stopped doing. It's July. The days are long. The light hangs around. Time to be outside, moving, playing, living, and you're sitting it out. Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about getting that life back, because at QC Kinetics, that's what's happening every day. People who are stuck in that cycle of pain in their hips, knees, shoulders, and back, they're finally stepping out of it with regenerative treatments treatments done right in their office. No surgery, long recovery, or putting life on hold. Just real relief. The inflammation eases and the pain lets go. We hear it all the time, not just from patients, but from the people around them. He's back. She's herself again. So if this sounds like you or someone you love, go find out what's possible. QC Kinetics offers a free consultation to see if you're a candidate. Call 303-900-8986, 303-900-8986, with locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and The Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
Kenny here to help you ignite your taste buds with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Juicy cherry, citrus lime, and blue raspberry. It's that iconic freezer pop flavor, but with none of the guilty sugar aftermath. The perfect summer kick. It's a delicious, portable, zero-sugar energy shot bursting with flavor. Bring on summer with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon.
When's the last time payroll was the easy part of your week? With Gusto, it can be. Gusto is the all-in-one platform designed to take the hassle out of managing your team, from payroll and compliance to hiring, onboarding, and more. With Gusto, you can get back 2 full days each month with all the time you've saved. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's GUSTO.com. Gusto.com.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is juggling. JUGGLING. Text juggling to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's juggling to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from DenverSports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Delusional confidence. I'm tougher than Mark. Strong detective work.
Something was way off with him, like some kind of bad gummy bear or something. I don't know. It was just
Gummy bear. And personal hygiene. Holy Moses. Guy's excited about showering. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Back in Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Marcello Romano filling in for Mike Evans, who is on his nor'easter trip with Burnsy and Boguesy and Slappy and Swami and all those guys that are they on that big board of BS as well?
I don't
you
know,
guys believe it?
Mike has got to. He's got to produce the Red Barn picture. He's got to produce some of Uncle Billy's memorabilia. He's got some questions that need to be answered.
Whatever happened to all of Uncle Billy's sports memorabilia that he had?
It just all disappeared.
Right.
So it was in a big warehouse.
A lot of questions.
Yeah, a lot. So I want to see. I want to actually see. I want to see the certificate of participation for the National Spelling Bee that he won. I need to see some evidence that.
Have you guys seen?
We need receipts.
Have you guys seen Goonies?
Yeah.
Because you guys describe Mike Evans as if he's Chunk. You guys are going to make him do the truffle shuffle when he gets back and prove that he did all this stuff. They give him crap in the movie about, how about that time that you met Michael Jackson?
Right.
It wasn't Michael, but it was his sister.
Yeah.
Janet Jackson. So I think that's kind of funny that maybe you can get him to do the truffle shuffle when he gets back.
I don't know if we want him to do that.
Yeah, I don't know that we want him doing anything with movement, but I want to see the Red Barn at the very least.
Yeah.
And some of
that to us.
And some of the memorabilia. I do believe him on the softball swing, though.
No. Why?
No.
Seriously? There's no chance.
Being evaluated by
softball, slow pitch softball is not difficult.
Yeah, but a beautiful swing.
Yeah, and he plays in some co-ed beer league. So I mean,
what
kind of vision do the people have that are, and what kind of experience do they have at rating swings?
Have you played in some? Have you seen any of those guys that play in those co-ed leagues? It doesn't take much. And if you want to be a softball guy, you got to be able to hit at least 750 slow pitch softball. I'm not talking about fast pitch. That's a different deal. But slow pitch, if you're not going 3 for 4, night in and night out, there's a problem. I mean, there's even with the 4 outfielders.
Right.
Yeah. The biggest disappointment this year, though, is he's not driving.
Yeah.
The trip. last year he drove his daughter's car out there, and we got some great stories from that because he didn't want the car to overheat, so he didn't run the air conditioner. He just had the windows down, and it's 100 outside.
Right.
And
what,
he started
1956.
Right.
Is that what it is? 1956. Yeah. My car might overheat if I run the air conditioner.
Yes. So it doesn't make sense. And then he was proceeding to take ice from a cooler and put it down his pants. So,
oh my God!
Yeah.
All right, you jumped the shark with me on that
yes.
one. That's enough. All right, we move along in some of the rankings. Quinn Miners, not surprisingly, and Garrett Bowles make a top 10 at their position list. Also, Pat Surtain, the second, is number 1 cornerback. That wouldn't surprise anybody. Zach Allen at number 8 and Nick Bonito at number 10. I find it interesting, guys, because a couple years ago, let me say 24 months ago exactly, this team was ranked as having, the 31st ranked roster in the league. And not a lot has changed. Not like you brought in a lot of talent. They just cultivated and developed a lot of it. Tells you what a lot of these people really know going into it. But surprising to have this many players on the where they find themselves in positional lists?
No, I don't think so. I mean, you've got, everybody raves about the Broncos O-line, and Miners Miners will maul you. He is a mauler, especially in the run game. Bowlesy is a supremely gifted athlete. Like, you talk about the ability to stay in front of guys. Bowlesy has that. I mean, that is what he does. So that doesn't surprise me. Zach Allen has just been tremendous. And it started back when he played in Arizona side by side with J.J. Watt. And, the most sincere form of flattery is imitation. I mean, he learned how to play the game because J.J. Watt played the game at a level that very few have ever played it, and he mimicked him and really became, came into his own and became a great player. So none of that surprises me. All those guys are good players.
Look, you're 14-3. You got a lot of really good football players. That's what happens when you win. You have a good team, so you should have guys on that list. The Broncos have done a great job of drafting and developing guys. A couple of years ago, to your point, their roster was not good. And so it wasn't ranked good, and they weren't winning a lot of football games. But now you're winning. You got a really good roster. They've done a really good job of developing the right guys and drafting the right guys. And 14-3, you ought to have a lot of guys on these lists.
Yeah, it's they're starting to bear fruit a little bit. While you were out, did you hear about the Seth Wickersham?
I
short
read,
story.
Yeah.
The novel, basically.
Yeah, I read. Well, to say I read it is probably a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
I perused it.
Right.
I read. There's certain things I read.
Scanned over it.
He's an Alaska guy.
Yeah, oh yeah. Seth is straight from Alaska. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I want to ask you that. I bring that up because I think after reading it, when you read it and the unprecedented kind of access that he was allowed with the Broncos during that time. If we didn't know the outcome of that game, reading it, I would have thought that the Broncos won it. For whatever reason, Sean Payton had the best of intentions going into that AFC Championship game, coming off the big divisional win against the Buffalo Bills. And it's like he kind of got in his own way, and I wonder if that's another piece to why he has made the decision to kind of step back as far as a play caller, because he reached out to Bill Parcells. He said all the right things. Like, he was talking to Vance Joseph about what type of game do you want this to be. It could be a 14-10 game where field goals matter and field position matters, and we had weather concerns. But when they got into the game, like, all that went away. I go back, like we were just talking about Quinn Miners. I brought up that image of that play, that 4th-and-1 play where it just got blown up. Everything seemed like that was the plan, but in the moment, he couldn't help himself, and it just kind of reverted back to, like, let me call the timeout. Let me call this play, a play that nobody looked like they were ready to execute except for Jared Stidham, and then he got annihilated on that play. Reading it, it seems like he had a different plan going into it, and maybe is that a reason that he's making the change with Davis Webb going forward now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a part of it. I think you always, you look at it like from a coaching standpoint of, I got a play I love on 4th-and-1, and I think we're going to convert this, and we're going to score a touchdown. And at 14-0, that's a wrap. We win this thing. And I think, I understand 10-0. the game, it just feels like a much bigger thing if you go up 14-0. So, listen, man, I think a lot of coaches get caught up in things of that nature, right? And you start, saying, hey, we're going to do this. That was one of the notes I took down, because I've talked to Sean about this. What do we have to do to win this game? What kind of game does this need to be?
Mm-hmm.
And there are times where you'll come in as an offensive group, and Sean has told me this. You come in as an offensive group and say, hey, man, we're going to have a tough time putting up 21 against this group.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to make this thing, we're going to have to eat up clock. We're going to have to keep our defense fresh. We're going to have to, this is going to have to be one of those type of games. And then there's games you come in and you tell the defensive staff, we're going to score 45 this weekend. So, you guys do whatever you have to do if you want to be more aggressive. But I think it's always easy to say this is the kind of game it's going to be and we're going to adhere to this. Then you see something you think is juicy, and it's hard to stay off of that.
It all goes back to the Mike Tyson quote. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. But to your point, I don't think he had a fourth down play that he loved. I think if he did, it wouldn't have been a question. He called a timeout after they found out that they were short. Then they bring everybody over. You would think coming out of a timeout that everybody would be on the same page. You watch from the second that ball was snapped to Stidham. I have freeze frames of it. I can show it to you guys. The offensive lines turn around whose guy is that? That was my problem with it. You go over these things as a coach, right, Stoke? Hey, if we're presented with this scenario in this game, 4th and 1 on our offensive side, here's the play I'm going with. You guys know it. We practiced it all week. There'll be no questions. It just seemed like there was a lot of doubt in what he was doing at the moment. Part of him was pulling him kick the field goal. Take the points. It's the postseason. It's going to be a low-scoring game. We have weather coming. And then the other part was the aggressive nature that we've seen for so many years with Sean Payton. Screw it. I'm going to strangle him now.
Well, I think, sometimes you have your play, but you got to go out there and execute it, and the defense is getting paid too. And so, they had a really good defense call. And, for whatever reason, the Broncos just didn't execute it at a high level. But, yeah, you have that play that you practice it, you're ready to go. And we've seen the Broncos run that play before, and they've executed it, and it's been successful. This time, it just didn't happen. You got to give the Patriots a lot of credit. But I do think that is one of the reasons why Sean Payton took a step back, that Patriots game, and gave up his play calling because of that decision. I guarantee he's pissed off at himself for not kicking that field goal. He knew points were at a premium. And for whatever reason, he got caught up and decided to be aggressive. And, obviously he regrets not kicking the field goal. So I think when you get a little bit older, and he's talked about it, you get a little bit older, you lose your fastball with how aggressive you are, maybe some of the play calls. You think about the negative things that could happen. And, at the same time, he needs to be the head coach and make the right decisions in the right moment. And you're getting caught up in the play calling and all those things, and now all of a sudden you're not being a good head coach and making good decisions in the moment. And then you see Davis Webb, a young guy that obviously you really like and you think has a lot of potential. And so I just think it was a kind of a perfect storm here for Sean Payton, especially the way that it ended was kind of all right, yep, it's time.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right with just being pissed off at yourself and looking at, hey, this is what I talked about, in my coaches' meetings on Monday, what kind of game this was going to be. And all of a sudden I got away from that because, and again, as a play caller, you talk to play callers all the time. It's why a lot of guys like Ben Johnson don't want to give up play calling duty, because to them, that's the competition.
Yeah.
It's the chess match. I'm going to outthink you. And on that particular play, the Patriots did a better job calling a blitz than the Broncos did of calling a play that picked it up. It's one of those things, talking to coordinators and stuff, the always or the nevers. If you get something that's an always, you say, hey, man, every time we get into this formation with this personnel grouping, they always do. This is what they always do.
Like the helicopter play that
you
described, right?
Right. And then all of a sudden, they don't do it that one time because they know their tendencies too.
Yeah.
They know what their tendencies are. And so you don't get what you practiced. And here's the other thing about short yardage goal line. This is something that people, all the the numbers gurus out there, Stoke, that will tell you, oh, the numbers say you got to go for it every time. Like, short yardage goal line, like those things are practiced on Friday in shorts and T-shirts. Like, you might have a small short yardage section on Thursday, but you're only getting 4 or 5 plays, tops.
Yeah. How many?
4 or 5. That's
4 or
it.
5?
Yeah. And you probably needed 4 or 5 more reps.
4 or 5. Yeah.
So that
probably.
so that play would have been successful. So that's what I'm telling you.
If they would have had those 4 or 5 more reps, they definitely would have executed it.
This
better.
is actually where I agree with Zach.
Yeah.
They could have used 4 or 5 more short yardage
I don't
goal
even
line
know
reps.
that you knew that you did that. I think Stoke had to point it out to you that you just did that.
We work together good as a team.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Well done. I think Sean outlined it in that article as well, as that he goes through plays week by week and says, is that a player play or is that a play? And if it's a player, he throws them out because you can't replicate talent like that, right? If it's a player formation that he kind of falls in love with, he'll kind of bank it. He said he had like 807 plays or something from New Orleans that worked well that he'll go back to. But to your point about that AFC Championship game, I think he got caught up in the moment. You had already moved the football down the field and scored. You're up 7-0. When that play happened, I think it was the 12th play of that drive. So things were moving. The momentum of the game was telling you, it's going to be different than what I even thought. So I guess I give him a little bit of grace because I think he thought we're going to have more opportunities to score, even if I don't get it here.
Well,
I don't think he valued the forecast enough.
Well, and I think that's the problem. It's like me when I go to Vegas, sit down at the blackjack table, and you get hot. That was the Broncos early. They were hot, right? And they were rolling. And you kind of buy into, tonight's my night.
Yeah, we're good.
Right? And I'm winning hands. Boom, double down. Let's go, man. We're having fun. Everyone at the table's giving high fives. All of a sudden, that streak runs out and you get cold and you're like, I'm such an idiot. Like, why did I
Where
keep
was
pressing?
that discipline?
Why did I keep pressing? Why didn't I walk away from the table? So you can get caught up in the moment. And I think that's what happened with Sean Payton. It was just a few weeks, but I don't remember when it was. They had the article about Sean Payton, and I forgot who did the article, but he was watching the game, and he yelled at the TV or the game, and he was like, kick the field goal, right? Kick the field goal. And then he's in that moment, and he doesn't kick the field goal. You're kind of feeling yourself a little bit. You got your backup quarterback in, and he's playing really well. You're showing belief in him. You told the team, like, I'm not worried about Stidham. I'm worried about the rest of you guys, right? And Stidham's playing well, doing a lot of good things. So you just, like, you're feeling good about everything. But you forgot. Why? You just got caught up in the moment.
Here's the other thing. Like, for the Patriots, you think the Broncos are going to – they haven't run the ball all day. You think they're going to run the ball all of a sudden? They put one on the ground. They did, like, and then early in that game, didn't R.J. Harvey get hurt, and you didn't have J.K. Dobbins, so you're rotating a couple also-rans off the practice squad. Like, so if you're the Patriots, you're looking at that going, well, they ain't running those guys, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think they're going to do? So I mean, all those things kind of couple together.
You'd think initially the play was maybe during the week, if I get that short yardage situation, I'm going to run it. Because he made a focal point in that article with Wickersham that we have to be able to run this weekend to win this football game. And he detailed it like almost to like where it seemed almost prophetic, like it's going to be a low-scoring game. We have to value this. We have to run the football. But then when he called timeout, he was like, I don't believe it's going to work, so now I'm going to switch it up.
Well, yeah, because if you're one running back who's a rookie who's had a phenomenal season catching the ball but has been hit or miss, like he makes some big plays, but he has way too many negative runs, and then you've got, two other guys that you really don't believe in. So if that's your situation, you bang a timeout and say, well, we can't run it here. And the other thing you don't want to do, and this is another big thing, like if you got a starting quarterback, like QB sneak is like QB sneaks are great plays because they convert at, I don't know what the percentage is, but a really high percentage. But when you have a backup quarterback in that hasn't taken those snaps, especially under duress, when everybody's pinched in there, you don't feel like that's a good play. So you don't want to run a QB sneak with your backup quarterback because of those ball security and all those different things. So there's a lot of things that go into that, that to say, everything we just talked about says kick the field goal.
Yes, and that you had a quarterback, your backup quarterback, who was the only backup in the league that didn't attempt to pass the entire season. I think he just got
you overthought it, and
he got hot. And he felt good about it.
But you have a list of plays going into a game, short yardage plays, right? And so you know what you're going to go with. The plays that you practiced during the week. You have 3 or 4 of those short yardage plays that you've repped and that you've worked on, and that you think you're going to see a certain defense. And this is what we're going to call. And obviously they got a different defense than they expected it, and so it ended up being a terrible play call in that moment. And so I think that's one of the main reasons why Sean Payton at the end of the season said, you know what, I just don't have the same fastball that I once had. I should have kicked that dang field goal. Why didn't I kick that field goal? I talk about taking the points. We knew the weather was coming in. You kind of get caught up in being that offensive coordinator and that play caller, and and then you forget about being a head coach and taking the points.
All right, let's put a pin in that discussion real quick, and let's get to what's trending as we end up hour number 2.
From sports and news to entertainment and downright debauchery, Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth presents What's Trending Right Now.
All right, Stink, I know you're paying attention to it, and you have alarms set because the games are in the middle of the day tomorrow and on Wednesday. But the World Cup semifinals are set. It will be
wait.
Stokes France versus Spain, 2 favorites going into the World Cup, and then Argentina and the unlikely England side, as they call it.
Yeah.
Are you interested at all?
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I'm all Team England right now. England.
You call Stoke your hydration guy, right? What's his nickname?
Yeah, Fluids.
So do you love the hydration break, Stoke? In these games, I think it's a bit ridiculous. I played soccer all the way up through high school, and I think it's ridiculous that we're doing that.
Yeah, I don't think you got to get in shape. That's part of it. You get tired. I mean, they've never had hydration breaks before, have they?
No.
Right. So I don't know. I don't love them, but whatever. It is what it is. I've enjoyed the World Cup a lot, and now we're down to 4 teams. Got back-to-back days, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, you said? I think it's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. U.S. had a great run. They did, they got out of the first bracket, and so I've really enjoyed this World Cup. I didn't think I would. Wasn't looking forward to it. Didn't care about it, but it's been awesome.
To
Mark,
be honest with you,
come on. Stop being a grumpy old man.
I'm not a big Premier League guy. I don't watch the MLS, but I do watch the World Cup, and this has been a thoroughly entertaining World Cup.
No, sure. I mean, the water breaks. These tough son of guns need their hydration. No question about it.
Mark, stop.
All right, what's next and what's trending? Here we go. The Nuggets are signing EuroLeague Defender of the Year Alpha Diallo. In a season or an off season that has been kind of underwhelming, we still have the possibility of LeBron James, although he's on the TV now. I don't know if any news is broken recently on that front. Your guys' make of the Nuggets signing.
It's mind-boggling.
The Euro Defender of the Year in Alpha Diallo.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm so down right now on what's going on with the Nuggets. The lack of action, the lack of trades, being aggressive. So, who? Alpha Diallo. What is he going? So we need a defender? No, we need some scores. Whatever.
Yeah, it's going to be.
We're not going to see him play. He's not going to be playing this year.
It's looking more and more like that run it back is going to be the reality for the Nuggets. And you do need defense. I don't know that this is he was over in the EuroLeague for a reason. It would have been here sooner if he was.
He's Dennis Rodman out there. Great. I mean. Yeah, I don't have high hopes that this guy's going to make a big impact.
He's 29 years old. When are we gonna use him? He's 29 years old. At what point does he polish his defensive skills to the point where we bring him in as our stopper? So you don't think he's going to play this year?
I mean, 1 year, $1.4 million deal doesn't scream like, they're going to
Dude, when this is making news, that's when we know it's been very underwhelming.
No,
this
I
offseason.
don't.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I think he plays very minimal, if at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there you
I'm
go.
going to trust my. That's my basketball aficionado over there. That guy knows some hoops. I'm going with him.
All right, finally, and this is real quick, CBS Sports with a tough prediction for Coach Prime and the Buffs. I think they have him landing at 3-9. Really quickly, do they get more than 3 wins?
Do
you believe?
I
Mark,
hope so.
do
Yes,
you believe?
Yes, they get more than because they're not running that high school offense anymore, like their quarterback said. Right now, they're putting a real offense together.
Yeah, they're not free balling.
They're not free balling.
No.
It's not just get open on 2,
Right.
get open on 2.
Backyard football.
Yeah, so now they're putting in a system. Nick
So-
Sirianni's system.
3.5 over under 3.5. No, I'm going under. I don't believe.
Oh, wow.
You don't believe?
I don't, Dion.
You don't
Sorry.
believe.
Come on, dog.
I'm gonna go. I'm
Just
gonna
keeping
go.
it a buck. Just keeping it a
Man.
buck.
I'm gonna go over, but I wouldn't be surprised either way. That'll do it for what's trending. Coming up, we get back into that Broncos discussion, where their players rank on these lists, and what is the projection or forecast for the Broncos in 2026.
With the Broncos bringing back J.K. Dobbins and drafting Jonah Coleman, is there an important piece that fans could be sleeping on?
It just seems like RJ Harvey's been the forgotten man in all this. There were things he did last year that maybe didn't blow you away. He was a rookie. I'm one that refuses to bury a guy until I see how he comes back for that second year. Because for a lot of these rookies, that rookie season is just one big whirlwind.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here, talking to my buddy Troy Hansford about the housing market. Crazy over the last couple of years. Went from one of the hottest it's ever been to prices declining. People haven't seen it in quite some time here in Denver, Colorado. But if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now's the time to sell it, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my buddy Troy still offering his $5,000 guarantee if you can't sell your house at the price you guys agree upon, plus the timeline that you guys agree upon. He's going to cut you a check for $5,000. Come on, he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings and has about 100 families approved and ready to buy. If you have a house, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him at 720-900-4433. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy could buy your house all cash and close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money, 720-900-4433. That's 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford, Remax Professionals, Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Peanut butter and jelly, music and dancing, salt and pepper. At Excel Energy, we believe some things just work better together. Like an electric heat pump, the 2-in-1 unit that can both cool and heat your home. And better yet, it does so using energy more efficiently than a traditional HVAC system. Better yet, you can also save money installing a heat pump with rebates at excelenergy.com/heat pumps. Cooling, heating, and savings. All in one comfort, all in one package.
Robbie Dino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled over 7,000 cases, 300 trials. Let's face it, divorce is really impactful. You may have a controlling spouse. You may have a violent spouse. You may have been a victim of a domestic violence. You may be wrongfully accused of domestic violence. This all affects parenting rights. And let's face it, the kids are the most important. These are the things that need to be handled. They need to be handled appropriately by someone that's going to protect your kids and protect your rights. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com, 720-706-5151.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recycle-On Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recycleon.org/Colorado.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
It's a hot spot on your dog's leg that the internet says you can treat it at home. You're not sure though, 'cause now it's oozing.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Ooh, he's licking it. Super gross, dude.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
There's a difference between the cameras you buy at Home Depot and the cameras Vantage installs. Consumer cameras give you a grainy silhouette. Vantage cameras can read a license plate at the end of your driveway with full color night vision, 24/7 recording, and no monthly subscription fees, so you never miss a thing. Invest in real security for your home. Schedule a free Vantage Threat Zone Analysis report for your property. Call Vantage at 720-366-7759 or visit vssicolorado.com today.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. KKFN and KKFN HD1, Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. Food critiques.
I love chicken. I hate chicken salad. What? If you put chicken salad in front of me, I'd gag.
Hard-hitting analysis.
I took an Ambien on accident before practice, and that's what he looked like out there.
And some constructive criticism.
Reminded me of the show that Mike had yesterday. Just a little off, not completely there. You were like, Mike, are you going to take control of this show? Like, how many times did you have to say that yesterday?
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hour number 3, Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. No Mike Evans today. He's on his trip back east. Before we get back into it, this Thursday from noon to 1, it's the first giveaway of our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We'll be at Santiago's Mexican restaurant located at 2501 Ford Street in Golden. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
We got training camp right around the corner, Mark.
I know it.
You excited?
I am excited.
Yeah, me too.
I'm really excited.
Are you prepping for like what you do during the NFL season, or is this your break time?
Well, it depends. I mean, what do you mean by prepping?
Like film work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I on my way to Alaska, I studied some Rams film. Bunch of Rams film.
You're going to be calling a lot of Rams games this year?
No. No, probably. I probably won't call one.
Yeah,
I wouldn't imagine.
Unless they play the Cardinals.
Or the Panthers.
Right.
If they're out in Carolina and the Rams just happen by.
Yeah.
Then
you're going to be on that call for sure.
Then I could definitely be on that call.
Are you given your assignments prior to, like, do you have an idea? I know NFC South has kind of been your.
Yeah, I know. I can just look at the schedule and tell you what games I'm going to have. I just look at whatever they perceive as, the
lower tier type of games.
Right, yeah. So when I look at the schedule, I was like, oh yeah, that's got me written all over it. And then I was like, oh yeah, there's
I'll be able to stay in Carolina for 2 weeks in a row probably.
Probably just do it from the hotel.
Yeah.
Just do the show from the hotel room in Carolina. I think the one game, like week 1, I think I'm all over. I think the Raiders, week 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who are they playing?
I think it's maybe it's week 2. I think it's Cleveland. Cleveland.
Shador.
Yeah.
Which is why he was watching the Rams film on the way to Alaska.
Yeah.
Just to get an idea.
How about
I watched some Raiders film last year, which is worthless because
Yeah.
Chip Kelly was the offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
It was
they're
really bad.
right. And so I wonder. I mean, but for us here, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Ty
know.
just said it's Raiders Dolphins.
Oh,
by the
Raiders
way.
Dolphins.
Yeah.
Yeah, week 1 is Raiders Dolphins. Yeah,
Yeah,
I get
so-
got me
Even
written
better.
that's got me written all over.
I mean, is Mendoza going to play?
Yeah.
You know, is he going to start from week
Right.
1?
Yeah.
What do they look like this year? They're going to be a more competent team than they were. I don't think they're going to be good, but they'll be better than what they were last year. Now you got a young quarterback that, you know, I mean, it's a big story here, right? I mean, with the Raiders and the division, and you might have to see this guy for the next decade.
Yeah.
So you get to call his first game if he's playing. We'll get some good insight from you, Mark. So it's not always a negative that you get the lower tier type of games.
Yeah.
So it can give us some insight here.
Yeah.
And an interesting dilemma because, listen, I love the Kubiak name for what he was able to do in Denver. for as a player, as an offensive coordinator, as a head coach, and it's his son that is taking the vaunted reins of the Raiders, which is now I guess you're kind of dead to us, right?
Nah, yeah, I mean,
It's a dad.
You want to have just
The
enough
dad's
success
not.
to
No.
no, but it's family lines, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to like the son now that he's a coach there, but you still like
Yeah.
Gary.
Yeah, he's still like Gary on the kick drum.
on the
Right.
on the kick drum.
Come.
On the kick drum.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you still like listen, man, Clint's great and good for him for the success he had with Seattle. Oh, by the way, it was Rams Seattle, so there are some transitive properties from Seattle because that's what the Raiders will be running offensively.
There you go.
So what kind of
Come full circle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I was talking about training camp because you're talking about those shirts.
Yeah.
What
do
is
we-
the
do we-
theme?
right.
What's
do we,
the camp theme?
That's what I was going to
Yeah.
ask. Like, do we
I don't
know?
know. Am I allowed to say what it is?
Oh, are we not? I don't know.
I don't like. So I'm being careful. I know what it is.
Oh, you do.
I do.
Okay.
I just don't know if I'm allowed to say it because I don't want to
Why
get my
is some-
hand
is it-
slapped afterwards. I
Right.
don't want to become Mark Schlereth and get called
Yes.
into Amanda's office
Right.
the minute she gets
Good
here.
call. This is a good call.
Like, why are you
don't-
going
okay,
on this?
Right.
Once I get the
think-
clearance,
Okay.
I'll
Well,
get-
when Amanda gets here, then we'll.
Yeah. What if though? What would you like it? Like, what would your theme be, Stoke? Or maybe the text line.
See-
What would the theme? Like, what would the theme be?
We need to go to the text line.
Yeah.
I'm not good at this stuff.
yeah,
So-
let's get some nominations. Let's see if anybody could actually nail it. 303-713-1043, the RamosLaw.com text line. Give us the theme for this year's training camp for the Denver Broncos.
Like unfinished business.
yeah, something like that.
You know.
We were talking about that last week, Mark.
Right.
Mike and I were about if we get invited out to the field,
Right. Ooh.
right?
Yeah.
And I have to break down the team. What would I 1, 2, 3? Unfinished business.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, what would I
How
say?
would you do it with the anxiety? Would you
Yeah.
go out and
No,
break 'em
absolutely
down?
not. Absolutely not.
Nope.
I'm not going out on the field this year. Mark's just going to do it.
1, 2, 3. You know what you could be like? Let's take the 3.
Oh,
Kick the field goal.
wow. Take the points.
Yeah. Take
Take
the
the
points.
points.
Take the points.
Take the points is
Yeah.
what I
More.
go.
Yeah. Take the
So
points.
if they do, take the point, and then you just walk off. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, take the points. And
Take
you
the
just
points.
and you just
Yeah.
walk off.
Yeah.
Like,
Talking to Mark Schlereth.
Yeah.
wow. Definitely, that would be the end of it for sure.
that is right.
Sean might come with like an elbow to the back of the
Right.
head.
Yeah.
Like, you want this smoke?
1, 2 on 3. Blizzard in the second half. Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Weather report.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah, we can do that.
Now we know what flurries are.
Yeah.
In Colorado,
Yeah.
yes. That's what flurries are.
I find that interesting too because I do the Sunday morning show here. We had Chris Bianchi from 9 News on to break down the forecast. And as good as a meteorologist could do, he told us exactly it was going to be fine at the beginning of the game. At the turn of the second half, it's going to get nasty. And it's exactly what happened. It turned into it was like a snow globe game.
Yeah.
And we didn't really believe it was going to happen, much to like I just keep going back. There's a lot of frustration with it. We'll see how it plays out now because I think a lot of those results kind of led to the decision of like there's other areas where I can be more impactful as a head coach now. And basically, I mean, he's going to be working with Bo a little bit more one-on-one to try and get him to another level now.
Yeah. No, I think all those things are fair. And then instead of being the guy that's in charge or the guy that, is ripping Bo as he's coming off the sideline, you can be a little bit calmer, hopefully, and be like, hey, man, what did you see? This is what I saw. Maybe there's a little bit more of a, for lack of a better term, avuncular kind of relationship between. That's big, avuncular.
Oh, look at that vocab, dude.
Goodness gracious. Now you're just trying to show off.
And
now you're just trying to show off.
What else were you doing on the plane to Alaska?
I know Stoke has no clue.
None.
No,
I've never heard of that word.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I don't either. I'm just going to take you at your word. One, that you enunciate it correctly,
yes.
and two, that it means exactly what you thought it did.
Yeah, it's like that really cool fatherly type of uncle that takes care of you and gives you advice. Avuncular.
Wow.
Damn,
all right.
Gave the
Learned
definition
something
of it too.
New every day, I guess, with Mark Schlereth.
Country of origin, please.
Yeah.
That would be the Ukraine, I think.
We're going to keep using it. I'm going to be like a Princess Bride and Inconceivable. I don't think it means what you think it means.
The dynamics will be interesting, though, this year.
It will be.
With Davis Webb now taking over as offensive coordinator, you got a new quarterback coach. What's Sean's role in all of this? How does that play out, during the week, but also how does that play out on Sundays? So does Sean take more of a reserve role? Is he, all those things to me are going to be very interesting. What will the dynamics be on the sideline?
Yeah, because it was, I think, Bo and Davis Webb being the good cop, and Sean being the bad cop.
Yeah.
And I wonder if those roles were reversed, where now all of a sudden Sean is more up, Webb's backside when things don't go well, and is more the good cop to Bo coming off the side. It'll be interesting. But sometimes Sean can't help himself. Sometimes he's just going to blow up on somebody.
And that's fine. But I think, when you're the quarterback coach and you got a young quarterback and you've been with him his first 2 years, y'all buddies.
Yeah.
Right? So Davis Webb and Bo Nix are buddies. And so they sit on the sideline, looking at the paper or the iPad, the pictures and the videos and man, I can't believe Sean called that play. That's a dumb play by Sean. Why'd Sean call that play, right? And that's what you do. But now it's going to be, the new quarterback coach or – sitting there with Bo. So what's the dynamic? What's the relationship like there between Bo and Davis Webb? And what is Sean? What is he doing in all of this? I can't wait. To me, that's fascinating. I mean, when you have a head coach that's called plays for as long as Sean's called plays, and now he's just like, here, I'm done?
Yeah.
How much? Are you really done? Do you try to take a big step back? Is it a little step back? Be very interesting this year.
I also find it interesting to believe. Tell me this. You guys both played. Being up in the booth versus being down at field level. Like Davis Webb in his short career so far has been down on field level. He's been able to talk to his quarterback one-on-one, go over the iPad plays with him like that. Does he move up to the booth now that he is that primary play caller?
I would imagine, yeah. I would imagine he'll be in the booth. I mean, you get a better vantage point from being up. You get to see what the defense – you just get a better view. And so I think most guys that are play callers do that from the booth, and I think that's where he'll be. So, again, to Stokes' point, now the new quarterback coach, those are your on-field guys that you're connecting with, that the coordinator is talking to. Hey, make sure you go over this point and this point and this point when we come back, and then you sit down, you go back how you want to attack the defense the next series and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I would imagine he'll be in the booth, but I have no idea. Some guys like to be on the field.
Right. That's going to be interesting to see what does he do. I just assumed he was going to be on the field. He's been on the field the first 2 years. And to Mark's point, sometimes guys just like being on the field. Being able to, when Bo comes off, he can sit down and talk with Bo and go over things there, right there, face to face. But some guys like to be up top where you can see everything, unfolding and what's going on, and you don't have many distractions around you like you do on the field. So I don't know. I don't know how Davis Webb views it, how Sean Payton views, it being for Davis Webb.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kind of assumed that he was going to be on the field. He's been on the field the first couple of years.
That's kind of the way I let it too. But but to your point, like most of these guys that have that, like he has a lot more responsibility going forward now than he did just focusing on just Bo. He's trying to find a rhythm and a pace to his offense, which I think all these things are going to take a little bit of time. We expect it to be great. All the reports say it's going to be phenomenal and that he's the next best thing as far as an offensive mind and going to be a head coach one day. We've seen it happen once in one preseason game.
Yeah.
And we're putting a lot of eggs in that basket that this is just going to be a smooth transition, which I think it could be a little rocky at the beginning.
Well, I remember when Vic, and that certainly could be a possibility, right? It's like anything that you're doing for the first time. Usually it takes you a little time to get going, get in your flow, get in your rhythm. It's easy to sit there and practice and call plays. A preseason game, there's no consequences. Who cares, right?
Right.
But when there are consequences, what does it look like? That will be very interesting. But I remember when Vic came here, Vic's always up in the press box. Like he's always up top calling defenses. And then all of a sudden, when he became the head coach, he's got to be on the field. And he was talking about how, he felt like he didn't know where to stand. And, it's just different being down there. So it will be very interesting to see, what they decide to do and where Davis Webb wants to call plays from.
Yeah, it will be. There's just a lot of unknowns. And like you said, to your point, Cello, is everybody thinks it's going to be great, but there'll be growing pains. There'll be things that don't go well. I mean, that's just the nature of football. And how do you respond to those things? And how do you set plays up? And how do you create an offense as opposed to just calling plays? And all the things that are part and parcel of great offensive football or defensive football for that matter. So it'll be interesting. There's no question about it.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I have a question for both of you. I've heard you say it before, Stink, but guys that you looked up to as far as, hey, man, I wanted to be like that guy growing up and playing, and then getting to the ultimate level of being able to play in the National Football League. I know you were a Steelers fan growing up, so I don't know which guys you tried to emulate when you played. But for you, Stoke, who was – I don't think I've ever heard you say, like, that's the guy that I watched, and I was like, and that's why – I liked football, wanted to be great at football. I tried to emulate that guy on the football field.
I was mainly a college guy. My dad was a football coach, so I liked all the players that, on his team. But I think you look at a guy like Wayne Corbett, and, when he came in and, overlooked guy, smaller type of guy, and then, next thing you know,
was
no
he
one
before you?
him. Yes.
Yeah.
Because you guys played around the same time, right?
Yes. I early in my career was, I think, towards the end of his career.
Gotcha.
But a guy like that, you didn't see a lot of 5'8", 9", white guys running around getting open, making plays week in and week out. So he was one of those guys for me.
It's like Steve Largent. But if they would have based the movie Elf in Baltimore, the kid would have been wearing a Stokley jersey, a Stokley 80 jersey, instead of a Corbett 80. Was he 82? The number that he wore.
Maybe.
What did Corbett wear?
I want to say it was 80. I'll look it up. But Stink, for you, who were the players that you looked up to?
Well, I love the Steelers growing up, but my favorite player all time was Mike Webster, was the Steelers center, all-pro center, all-world center, and he's a fourth rounder out of Wisconsin, but always just loved his presence. He always had those taped up arms on his shoulder pad. He just had the pipes. And
yeah.
I love Webby. So he was my favorite player growing up. As a matter of fact, I chose 52 growing up in high school in Alaska because of Mike Webster.
So you're one of the rarities, a guy that wanted to be an offensive lineman.
Well, no, I didn't necessarily want to be an offensive lineman. I wanted to be a quarterback. I wanted to be what everybody else was. But the truth of the matter was I was a quarterback until they found out I could really block people.
Oh.
So I went from quarterback to center in one afternoon, which was devastating.
Wow.
But
still get to touch the ball on every offensive play, though, right?
Right. But the crazy thing is sometimes you just have a skill that you don't know why you have. You've never really been coached.
Mm-hmm.
could get in a stance and throttle people.
You had a good arm, though, I'm assuming. That's where Daniel got it from?
Well, I could run, and I wouldn't say I had a great arm or anything, but I could run and throw and do all those things. I mean, I was a gifted athlete, but I was just really good at hitting people on the line of scrimmage. I just was really good at hitting people.
There we go.
So that's how that transition happened.
And Wayne Corbett did wear number 80 as well. I thought since it was the guy you looked up to, you're like, Steve Largent, Wayne Corbett, that's my number.
All those 80s.
Yeah, no, that was
the jersey number that was given to you?
I got like 11 when I got there because all the 80s were taken. You had to wear 80. And so I got 11, and then I went to like a different number, and then all of a sudden 80 became available, and they're like, there you go. You got to wear this one. I'm like, all right, cool.
And then you scored a touchdown in a Super Bowl wearing that.
Yep.
There you go, Stoke. All right, Zach Allen says the Broncos defense has record-setting expectations for 2026. He says this, quote, in this league you've kind of always got to keep finding ways to get better and adjusting and all that. This comes via the Denver Post. It also helps when you got VJ dialing up stuff that helps us get one-on-ones. We've got a lot of good guys that's going to create a lot of opportunities for people. We came close to the sack record last year, and we fully expect to break it this year. Zach Allen was named number 73 on the top 100 list, and I think an underrated player even in our own town. I don't think that Zach Allen gets the amount of credit that he probably truly deserves, and especially after the year that he had last year, getting the money and then still producing at the level he does with the most quarterback hits coming from a defensive tackle position.
I think it's incredibly undervalued, almost to the point of disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like I bet you like I thought he'd be a top 30 player, top 30 or 40 player. I could find a ton of guys that are rated over him that have no business being rated over Zach Allen. A ton of guys. And so it's, that one is a disrespected deal with all the QB hits, with all the pressures he gets, with the sacks that he creates and forces. That one surprised me that it only hit 73.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of good players in the NFL. But certainly Zach Allen's been great. But anytime you play interior defensive line, you're going to kind of get overlooked a little bit. Unless you're a guy, that's just getting a ton of sacks. He hits the quarterback a lot. Unless you're an Aaron Donald. Other than that, you're getting overlooked. So it's all good. I think that's really good. And to his point about breaking the record, yeah, why not? They pretty much have everybody returning except for John Franklin Myers. Now we'll see what happens with the Jonathan Cooper situation. But, they have really good depth, and all their starters are pretty much back.
Stink, you think that they can break that record? They set the franchise record last year with 68 sacks. It's hard to replicate great defensive play. And Stoke and I kind of broke it down earlier. Is like, normally you see those type of numbers when you have leads. Broncos won 11 one-score games last year. For them to put up the sack total that they got. Now, obviously, you could say, I would trade turnovers versus sacks. Which would you prefer? And do you think that they can get close to that number again? The second-best team last year was, 58? 10 sacks behind? So, they obliterated the rest of the league last year.
Do I think they can get close? Yeah, absolutely. If that offense produces and plays, I mean, VJ is always going to be aggressive, right? There's always going to be plenty of man-to-man coverage situations. There's always going to be plenty. He does a great job of knowing how to attack protections, how to get free rushers, how to get one-on-ones that you're going to win. So he does a great job with that. One of the reasons they had 68 sacks. But can you imagine if they're playing with a lead, if they're playing with a two-score lead? How many more opportunities are you going to get to rush the passer? Do I think they can approach that? Certainly I do.
Plus, you look at it where the last two seasons, I'm not trying to discredit Nick Bonito at all. I think he's been phenomenal. But if you look at the last two seasons, there's been a lull in November, December, where he had a high productive first half of the season, and then there was just kind of an absence for maybe a month and a half or 2 months of a season, where they probably break that record if he stayed on pace the way he was doing the way he started the season and didn't have that break. But I know there's always adjustments being made, and they have to continue to adjust. I just think if you can eliminate that down slope a little bit, that you could hit that number for sure.
Yeah, but when you start running protection over there and you start saying, hey, we think we can block him earlier in the season one-on-one, and then you realize teams are like, no, you can't, man. His get off is unbelievable. His ability to turn a corner is unbelievable. We cannot leave him one-on-one in known passing situations. Well, then all of a sudden it's Zach Allen that gets a one-on-one, or it's somebody else, Jonathan Cooper gets a one-on-one, and those guys are the ones that are producing. So, one thing I know about this league, man, if you're a great pass rusher and you're on a tear, we're going to find a way to say, hey, man, that's the one guy ain't going to beat us today. We're just not going to let you beat us.
Yeah, and I love their depth. Wazirike, Savion Jones, Jonah Ellis, Q Robinson, those guys, so they got a lot of quality depth, some young guys, especially these two, Savion Jones and Q Robinson going into their second year, see if they take a step forward. And then Jonah Ellis is going into year 3. I'm excited about watching those guys.
That's a name that we keep hearing a lot this offseason is Jonah Ellis. Jonah Ellis, and the pedigree's there, right? From his pops to his brother to like he's just a good football player. Is he just lacking the opportunity, and we're gonna see it come to fruition this season?
Remember, he came out of Utah. I think he had a shoulder injury coming out of Utah, so that always push you back a little bit in that. And if you look at Christian Ellis with New England, and then you look at Caden Ellis, just went back I think to New Orleans from Atlanta. It took those guys a couple of years. Those dudes are great, not good, but great football players. But they were special teams guys early and all that kind of stuff. So this is just kind of the trajectory of the Ellis brothers, man. But I'll tell you what, you want to talk about not a good, but a great football family. That's a great football family.
Ellis's. All right, coming up, can Courtland Sutton and Jalen Waddle accomplish something we haven't seen from the Broncos in over a decade? We discuss it next.
Should fans and media look past a certain thing when it comes to Peyton Watson?
It's a gamble that you have to take if you're the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, and don't we have to get over the fact that it's a $25 million a year deal? I know it. The money is insane. It's stupid. It is reckless. It is foolish, okay? I get it. I hate to say it, but $25 million a year isn't that much.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Cudarelli Vision. Guys, I wore glasses all growing up as a kid. Then when I hit my 30s, playing for the Broncos, had LASIK surgery. That was awesome. But when I hit my mid-50s, I started needing readers for everything I was doing. And I never seemed to have them when I needed them, right? They were upstairs, I was downstairs. They were downstairs, I was upstairs. I'm telling you what, whether it was menus or studying film or writing, whatever I needed them, I just never seemed to have them. That's why I went to Dr. Cudarelli at Cudarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange. And I can tell you firsthand, total game changer for me. It can be for you as well. And you can find out more information Wednesday at noon. You can join for a free live webinar. You can learn about refractive lens exchange from Dr. Cudarelli. It's a perfect opportunity to meet him. Also have him answer all your questions, guys. I'm telling you what, it is awesome. And you never have to search for those readers again. Cudarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you when it's the right time for you in RLE, just like he did for me. So Wednesday at noon, this coming Wednesday at noon for the free live webinar. Just hit him up at ColoradoRLE.com to register. That's ColoradoRLE.com.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy. Pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Call 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on The Fan, Home Run Derby action kicks off starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is kickoff. K-I-C-K-O-F-F. Text kickoff to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's kickoff to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Subtle intimidation. How do you give Ty the look?
You did. I was
gave
wondering.
Ty a little bit of a like.
I was wondering what you were doing.
There's a little quizzical look.
Skilled debating.
You didn't think I was going to flip it on your head like this. See how I
you're
did
coming
that?
back at me. I
Right.
like this.
You
This is
regret
good.
this now.
And plenty of pet peeves.
Put your phone in your pocket and you never go back and get it.
It is a source of so much frustration for Mark. It drives him crazy.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Back in Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth. No Mike Evans today. Marcello Romano filling in. All right, guys, I got to pay off some of these nominees for the T-shirts. What we thought the theme was, if people could nominate a theme.
Yeah.
All right. You came up with a couple good ones. I think the listeners have quite a few as well. One is predisposed to a win, or predisposed to win.
Oh.
Second, victory awaits. Third, it's urgent. 1, 2, 3, run it back. Although Sean hates run it back.
Mm-hmm.
What were some of ours again? I think we had one.
Kick the field goal.
Take the
something like
points.
That. Take the points. Yeah.
Take the points.
Talking to
and-
Mark Schlereth.
I think that would be one of the better ones. Is we had proof of it during that postseason last year. If Jacksonville takes the points against Buffalo, maybe the outcome's different in that game. I forget the Carolina game. Who were they playing early in that postseason game? Was it the Rams? They didn't take the points, and then Carolina got back into that game. I know they didn't win it, but they made it a lot more it was a questionable win at the end. It wasn't a blowout like we all thought it was going to be. So those are just some of the nominees. You can keep those coming. We say that all because our T-shirt drop is here. Let me get this one in real quick. This Thursday from noon to 1, it's the first giveaway of our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 T-shirts. Will be at Santiago's Mexican restaurant located at 2501 Ford Street in Golden. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt. All right, can the Broncos do something they haven't done in over a decade, Stink and Stoke, and that is have 2 receivers that have 1,000-yard seasons?
Yes, I absolutely think they can. I expect them to. What's the first word of our theme? Just give us a hint.
Oh, man.
Yeah, give us a hint.
I like
It's
that.
a long word. It's a longer word.
Okay.
Extravagant.
Is
that it?
What was the word you used earlier? Avuncular?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would we use that for a T-shirt? You gave the definition, I think.
Yeah.
Right
It had
on.
to be something with too wordy though with Bo and Sean. It's time for Sean to take an avuncular role.
Wow.
How about avuncular tendencies?
Avuncular tendencies.
There you go.
What's the first word?
Well, Stink already.
Amanda's in now.
Is she?
Yeah.
You want me to go? I'll just take a break. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm verklempt. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll go see if I can
Maybe
do
we'll
it.
get Johnny to go check with her and see. You can give us the first word.
Right.
How many words
Well,
is
if
it?
I give you the first word, you're going to immediately get the second one.
Oh.
What's the first
just
word?
2
Start
words?
with it. Run it back.
It's 2 words.
2 words.
2 words.
All right.
I'm having a.
Ooh, this is good. 2 words. What's the first word?
One
start
of
with?
you may or may not have said it already.
Wow.
Oh.
And you didn't even give us a reaction.
No. Well, I tried to
good
keep
poker
it.
face by
I
you.
tried to keep it coy, but if I go back because we have these screens in here, when it was said, I looked at myself on the screen. I'm like, oh, did I give it away?
Wow.
Did I go Red Hot Chili Peppers on you and give it away?
Give
I
it away.
didn't though, because you guys are still wondering.
Now I'm
so
trying to think back of what one of the things we said.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you who said it? Maybe that'll jog
Sure.
the memory a little bit. Stink said it, and I think it might have been. Damn, dude, I think it was probably your first guess.
Wow.
Really?
It was
Now-
like
and now the
right
pressure's
off.
on. I don't remember. What
I don't
said.
either.
Yeah.
That was like an hour ago.
Yeah.
And I'd be totally fine. Like, listen, if I say it and I'm not supposed to, I could get in trouble, man. And
Like, how much trouble do you think you like? Why can't you say it?
I don't know. I want to I don't want to get called into Amanda's office like
is it
Stink
some
does.
big?
I don't know what those meetings are
right.
like.
I know. Stink's used to it. Let
What-
me tell you, he can
Yeah.
give you the rundown. It's once a week for him now.
Yeah.
Once a week
I
he
get
gets called in for something.
something I do
Yes.
that I'm not supposed to be doing.
Right.
So I mean,
Idiot.
So what did we?
I'm almost
I mean,
guaranteed.
why,
if
was
I go
it like
back
some
and,
big state secret?
No.
Well, we can't tell until a big unveil.
well, that's what I don't know. Like,
Right.
I don't think it's a big deal.
Right.
But
Unfinished business.
if
Wow. I saw him.
You don't know what
look
you're
at his
saying.
eyes. His eyes are blinking.
would
He's
that be-
smiling.
like if they wanted me to tell what it was, wouldn't it be on the copy that I read?
Mark,
You know,
Mark,
so like this is
nailed
me
it.
just being
You nailed it. You nailed it.
Nailed it.
Look at you.
Oh.
You nailed it. Unfinished
Now
business.
I'm
That's what
probably
it's
gonna get called in.
right. Yes.
Yeah, I'll get
yes,
called
you're
in.
definitely going to get called in. I can't
cannot-
believe that you got it.
I can't confirm or deny
Wow.
either one of those statements.
Wow. Good job.
I think it's a quality guess. I don't know if it's better than take the points. You know what I mean?
Yeah, take the points is take the points. It's 3 words.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said
Unfinished
it was 2
business.
words.
You nailed it. Good
Yeah,
job.
unfinished business.
No, but going back to the wide receivers, no, I definitely think that's the expectation here. With Waddle now taking pressure off for Sutton and giving Bo another weapon, those guys are going to be on the field all the time. You're not going to be rotating them. Troy Franklin got like 700 yards last year. So, yeah, expectations are both guys to go over 1,000.
Yeah, I agree. I think you said this earlier in the segment. You'd be surprised if they didn't, right?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, if you're healthy through 17 games or 16 games, whatever they decide to play, depending upon where they are at week 18.
Yeah.
I fully expect them to have 1,000 apiece.
So eliminating the health concern of it, what would prevent them from getting there? Is it because of the amount of talent that they have accumulated, and knowing that you have to get the rock to Evan Ingram. You got to get it to Troy Franklin for looks. Marvin Mims is in that discussion. Pat Bryant's in that discussion. There's a lot of places. We're not even talking about R.J. Harvey and J.K. Dobbins and Jonah Coleman out of the backfield, which R.J. Harvey in his rookie season excelled in that area. So there's so many areas where you want to exploit a defense, but at some point or another, don't we need to have that dog that you're giving him 10, 11, 12 targets? Not the 4 or 5 that we see week in and week out.
Well, it depends on the week, and what defenses are doing. So some weeks it might be Cortland, some weeks it might be Waddle. I don't see a scenario where if they do stay healthy and play, 16, 17 games that they don't get it. The one thing that I would say is, okay, well, is it on Davis Webb? Was it just too much for Davis Webb? And he didn't put them in positions to be successful. And so young offensive coordinator struggled with adapting to calling plays, and it showed up on game day. Other than that, I have a hard time believing that if they stay healthy, they don't get to 1,000.
I'm the same. The other thing I think you have to understand is like how those 1,000 look. Like with Waddle, it's catching a 12-yard in-cutting route and him taking it 70 to the house.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen with Cortland. Cortland's going to be lined up one-on-one in the kind of X individual area, into the boundary, and he's going to take one down the sideline and going to battle on a 50-50 ball that'll be a 50-pluser. But you get one of those receptions, one of those 40, 50-yard receptions during a game, and you're going to get 100 yards. You're going to have an opportunity to put up big yardage, even if you have limited catches one weekend. So, it's just the way it's going to work. Those two are going to get the majority of the lion's share of the opportunities.
Okay, Mark, you ready?
Yeah.
Put it in here.
All right.
1, 2, 3. Unfinished business.
We come back after this.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts will have 5 drops this year at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area starting July 16th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Colorado Fat Loss. Hey, before you start thinking about GLP-1s and spending thousands of dollars a year and having to stay on the medication long term, and once you do get off, most people start gaining the weight back, here's something simple. How about a doctor-developed program that helps men and women lose 20 to 40 pounds in just 60 days, safe and naturally? Hey, that's what I did. Colorado Fat Loss asked me to join the program, joined it. 7 weeks later, was down 32 pounds. It was easy. No injections, no synthetic hormones, no long-term dependence. They use real food that resets your metabolism, controls your hunger and cravings naturally, and helps your body burn fat. It's not boxed food shipped to your front door. No, it's the stuff you buy at the grocery store, and they're with you every step of the way to make sure you're getting exactly what you need to get your body into that fat-burning mode. Guys, for more information, all you have to do is reach out to them at coloradofatloss.com. You're going to love the program. You're going to love the people. You're going to love the support. It is great. That's coloradofatloss.com.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Trying for that good-looking you during the summer. Hey, you can try to get that perfect tan, but maybe a few burns along the way. 6-pack abs, that takes way too much work. How about fixing your hair? How about feeling and looking your best by changing your situation, that receding hairline, that thinning hair, that bald spot? Great opportunity to get introduced to Advanced Hair Restoration. Take advantage of their once-yearly summer savings event. I got introduced 20 years ago, and man, I'm so glad I did. They stopped my rapidly receding hairline, and here we are 2 decades later.
later with a head of hair that I can feel good about. Advanced Hair Restoration uses an incredibly simple yet incredibly effective one-day hair loss solution that takes your own hair and begins to regrow it the very next day, and it's even guaranteed to grow with no magic, no gimmicks, just real science, the latest technology, and legendary Dr. Tanya Pauls, who did my hair 20 years ago. The summer sales event is on for a limited time, so schedule your free consultation today by calling 720-459-HAIR and at advancehair.com. That's advancehair.com.
When disaster hits your home, it's game time. Water in the basement, fire damage, mold creeping in. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call Able. Able Restoration is your first round draft pick for emergency response, mitigation, and full rebuild. We move fast, protect your property, and fight for you with insurance start to finish. This isn't practice. This is your home. And when it's time to step up and protect what matters most, bring Able to the table. Call 303-590-5600. That's 303-590-5600. Go Able.
Bring Able to the table.
Most home sellers get one offer, and it's never enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard offers, you don't get one offer. You get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. Here's how it works. An Orchard agent submits your home to their exclusive network of local cash buyers. They compete to buy your home. You choose the winner. No repairs, no showings, no settling. Get started with a free home valuation at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Getting a little older doesn't have to mean, well, getting older. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. And if you're feeling low energy, can't sleep, can't lose weight, are struggling with brain fog, or your sex drive is off, it's time to change it up. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, our advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1s, PDA, and more treat low T and other hormonal issues to help you shed pounds, have more energy, enhance your body composition, improve sleep, increase your sex drive, and so much more, getting you back in the game again. So don't be older. Be stronger in the gym. Be sharper at work. Be better in the bedroom, and be more confident in every part of your life. So call us today and find out how our advanced treatment strategies could change the game for you. Your first visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on one of our advanced treatment plans on the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Colorado's 150th birthday. What do you even get the state that has everything? Wildflowers, sunshine, 4 seasons in a single day? Seems like that's covered. How about the new 150th birthday scratch game from the Colorado Lottery? It's loaded with $150 prizes for you and helps give back to Colorado's great outdoors. Happy birthday, old buddy. Don't remember you celebrating my birthday, but I guess you're the big shot here. New 150th birthday scratch. Must be 18 to play.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lemmy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Job shaving.
You played in the NFL, but you were a wide receiver.
Embellishments.
I mean, sometimes I swear you're just making things up.
And amateur zoology.
I think polar bears are bigger than grizzlies.
Of course they
So make them a polar bear.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Mark. Fireworks out in the you on? There you go.
Yeah,
Fireworks out in the hallway out there.
Really?
Yeah. You know, Cello was all worried about, I don't know, if I can say what the theme is. I don't want to get in trouble. It was like, okay, all right. And then we tried to guess it.
Right. And
I
then
think
he gave it away, kind of.
Yeah. With his, all of a sudden he started blinking a lot.
Yeah,
Because you guessed unfinished business. And then I go out there during the break, and he's in there with the boss, right?
Yeah.
And then I go by afterwards, and she is not happy about something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, she was not happy about something. So, are you good? Is everything okay?
I think I'm good.
Okay, you're not the reason.
Fired.
Listen, I was just a younger me would have probably just been like, yeah, let's do this, and then I'll take a whatever happens afterwards, I'll ask for forgiveness later. But when we first brought it up, we weren't even guessing yet. You must be like a marketing whiz, sir, because it was just like boom. And I played that one off good. You had no idea that I knew it at that point.
Right.
But you nailed it, dude. Good for you.
I don't know that it's a marketing whiz. It's just, I mean, it's probably the easiest one. It's not that creative. Unfinished business.
Wow.
It's not.
Now you're definitely getting, because Amanda, our boss, probably is the one that came up with it. Now you're saying that about the shirt. You're going to get called in the principal's office again.
Complete unfinished business completely fits. It's just not.
I think
creative.
it's a great theme. I think it's very creative.
I like how you're backtracking now.
Right.
It's like when you say the wrong thing to your wife, like, "Oh, I didn't mean it like that."
No. I meant it. It's very generic.
No, he's not backtracking.
No. No, I mean it fits.
He's doubling down.
The theme fits. It's just not very creative.
No, see, I
it's
disagree.
It's not like take the points.
No.
Oh,
that would have been great.
But then that one's a bit combative, and I don't think the Broncos would have really liked that one all that much, huh?
Yeah, but it would have been a great T-shirt.
It would have been a great T-shirt.
We should make our own.
Like if we got the guy who made our T-shirts, like the Cody T-shirt and everything, if that guy created the T-shirts, he'd have gone take the points. I'm just saying.
ought to do We ought to do a limited edition. Take the points T-shirts.
Yeah.
Have your guy make them. You guys got a dude who puts like. You guys got high-quality T-shirts.
Yeah, they did a great job.
I mean, look at Ty's wearing yours. I told you so, Island.
Yep.
You would never think that was a stink T-shirt by the color and the flowers around it, but it's fitting. You have Mike, who I think took a bunch of his Crypto King shirts out to his boys. You know, Burnsy and Slappy and Swami and all those guys. They're getting a free T-shirt,
right?
And maybe the best underrated one is the FAFO Cody T-shirt.
The Cody T-shirt is solid. My actual favorite is Stokley's. There's a lot of verbiage. There's a lot of wording, but it just is like I'm not going. I passed Hamden I-25. I won't.
Might as well be Egypt.
Yeah, might as well be Egypt. Yeah.
Speaking of road trips, summer is here, which means road trips. But with the high gas prices, you're questioning whether or not to take that trip. DenverSports is here to help. Enter for your chance to win a weekly $250 gas card and a possible grand prize of $1,000. All you have to do is listen for the keyword every hour and text it to 303-713-1043. Before that hour ends, the more keywords you enter, the more chances you have to win. For complete rules, visit DenverSports.com/keyword. I do want to change gears real quick because I think this happened while you were in Alaska, Stink. Jokic came out prior to free agency, which I think was calculated, and said, I'm thinking about not signing my extension. Right? So we have that thrown into the mix, and then after free agency, we basically found out when he was being interviewed while he's playing with Team Serbia that, no, I'm not going to sign it. And the earliest I'll sign it is next season when he can become a free agent. What do you read on all of that? I would like to be interested to take get both of your takes on this, because my fear is that the Nuggets have moved into that Milwaukee Bucks territory, where the Bucks won, and they won when Giannis was young, and they won in 2021, and then they started chasing championships and making decisions on coaches and players and personnel to try and win another one. And then Nuggets have similarly done something like that, where they fire a coach with 3 games to go in a season. How are you going to maximize a window, and what message is Jokic sending to the organization?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question. I mean, as long as you've got Jokic, you've got a chance. But like we've talked about, man, you've got to have you got to find a knockdown shooter, and you've got to find some guys that can play both ends of the floor. You got to have some guys that can play defense. You've got some defensive liabilities. Jokic is not a great defender. Murray, not a great defender. And part of the issue that we got into in that playoff loss to Minnesota was how many times that, guys were knocking down threes, and as soon as you got up onto the three-point line to try to defend a guy, they just blew by you and got easy opportunities at the bucket. And so, those are the things you need. And listen, man, we all thought that maybe they would make a move or do some big trade and they would get a guy or get a couple of guys. It just has been underwhelming at best right now. So it feels like your whole thought process, your whole, plan is just to run the damn thing back.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it and I think, okay, well, he's not going to sign it right now. So he said he wants to be a Nugget for life, but things change, especially in sports. They can change very quickly. To your point, 3 years ago, you never would have thought Giannis would be traded in a few years. So I look at his situation. You say, okay, well, I believe him with what he's telling me right now. I do believe that he plans on signing the extension next year. He's just going to make more money. That's what you do by waiting. He could have signed it 2 years ago, or last year. Last year didn't do it. Put it off to this year. Could have signed for more this year. Now he's going to put it off to the following year. All he's doing is making more money. So he's betting on himself that he can stay healthy and probably, and also at the same time, you want to keep the pressure on the team. Hey, continue to put pieces around me, continue to do things to help me out. So I'm not overly concerned right now in the next 2 or 3 years. But then after that, you look up and say, okay, he's going to be making a ton of money. Will you be able to keep a good roster around him to give him that opportunity to win another championship? And will it get to the point to where he just says, you know what? It's a great run, but it's time. It's time to move on.
That's a big fear for Nuggets Nation, and I want to continue the discussion after the break. And I want to ask you guys, obviously they failed or didn't even really get into the Jaylen Brown sweepstakes. They're still on life support when it comes to LeBron James. What kind of moves can they make, if they have any flexibility at all, to make them a championship contender and maximize the Jokic window? We do that all next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts will have 5 drops this year at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area starting July 16th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at the Low T Center. Hey guys, this July, Low T Center celebrating America's 250th anniversary with our 250 for 250 promotion. Men who start on testosterone replacement therapy, or TRT, between July 1 and July 31st and remain on the treatment for 90 days going to receive a $250 account to their account credit, guys. So check it out. If you're feeling tired, grumpy, notice lack of motivation, lack of drive, brain fog, low sex drive, decreased motivation, reduced muscle mass, these are all signs of low testosterone. And I'm telling you what, the people at TRT, the people at Low T Center are going to treat you the right way and going to use a personalized combination of information based on your blood test, based on how you're feeling, based on all those things to create an unbelievable program for you. So check them out. That's the Low T Center. You can find out more information and book an appointment online at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
I started my first business when I was 12, mowing lawns for about $5 a yard. I learned if you do the job right, people trust you and customers care that you show up and do what you say you're going to do. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Doors. From garage door repairs to upgrades, we show up, we stand behind every job. We only use the best parts, and spring's guaranteed to last a lifetime. When you care about the people you serve, you work harder and it shows. Call Don's Garage Doors today or schedule online at donsgaragedoors.com.
When it comes to garage doors, no one knows more.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975 in Boulder, has a championship-level lineup ready for you to test drive and take home today. They currently have specials on both the BMW X3 and X5 models. The BMW X3 model is a luxury compact SUV that offers balanced handling and a powertrain variety. The BMW X5 model is a high-performance powerhouse luxury model that offers you a thrilling driving experience. They also have a great pre-owned BMW lineup as well. Schedule your test drive today. Go to GebhardtBMW.com.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
One big weekend of yard work, and I feel it. Back is tight, knees a little stiff. Lucky for me, the discomfort goes away, but for a lot of you, it doesn't. QC Kinetics helps people find lasting relief for that chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, back, and shoulders. Even better, it's done all naturally, no drugs, steroids, or surgery. QC Kinetics uses regenerative treatments using your own body's healing properties applied directly to that aching joint, renewing and restoring that joint to the point that you enjoy lasting relief. I've worked with QC Kinetics for several years now. Not only am I sending this message directly to you if you're dealing with joint pain, I'm also sending it to you if you know someone who's living in pain. You see it, you see what they don't say, what they've slowly stopped doing. You see them sitting on the bench instead of being out there living life. So schedule your free consultation. Call 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986 with offices in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and Colorado Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a social media manager.
Did you just post our Q4 earnings to your personal social media?
Oh yeah, used the trending audio and everything.
That's confidential financial data.
Relax. It only went a little viral.
The SEC just commented with the eyeball watching emoji.
This is the job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Feeling stuck? Think bigger. Meet NASA's Meredith McKay and explore space careers, the future of Artemis, and more at the New Frontiers Diplomacy Forum, July 28th at Wings Over the Rockies. Tickets at wingsmuseum.org.
KKFN and KKFN HD1, Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on The Fan, Home Run Derby action kicks off starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975.
Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? 12 minus 11.
1.
This is why math confuses me.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Of all the Mike-isms, I think that one's probably the funniest. That he would put his fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When no one else has had them or can confirm, like, they're really good. Like, no, Evans
like
does
Zach
do a
by
good.
ribs, right? Like,
right.
They're unicorns. Nobody actually knows.
Yeah,
Nobody's actually had them. They're
he's never invited anyone over to partake in his fajitas or, Zach's ribs.
Moron.
So it's like, well, again, it's just a bunch of BS.
That's why it's on the big board.
Yep.
I would. Do you guys have anything like that you think you do? I know yard work is your thing, but as far as a food, they're like Mark's.
No.
Nah.
Are you not a good griller?
No, I mean, I think I grill just fine. Yeah, but
that's not like your.
I'm not like
entering
not like,
contests.
No, I'm not like the barbecue lawyer.
Yeah.
But,
Dan T. No one's like Dan T. Jacobs, the barbecue lawyer.
No. So
pulled pork.
He's legit.
He's actually brought in some food before. So like he'll make statements, but then he'll back it up by bringing in the food. Here you go.
Oh, and he
delivers.
We're on a text string. He'll send us pictures, so like it's real. Like it's not like, hey, I made some great brisket the other night. Like anybody can say that. He actually sends the photos of it on the grill.
Yeah.
Like
so you know it's good.
It's legit. Do you have anything that your specialty?
No, I can't.
Not even
I'm
like a Stokley quesadilla or something?
No, I'm not. I'm just not a good cooker. Not. Unfortunately, all my family is, down south Louisiana.
Yeah.
But no. I mean, I could get on the grill. I'll do some burgers or some steaks, something.
Yeah.
Just simple stuff. But I'm not that person like, Zach. He's like, well, yeah, I put my ribs on at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I flipped them over 12 hours later, and they were ready at 8 o'clock at night. I can't.
Juicy.
No, I'm just not that type of guy.
No.
So
I'll tell you what we still can do. Fluff the mulch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Use a mulch.
Yes.
Yeah. Mulch fluff.
I did that. I did that a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Got out in the backyard.
Probably still looks good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks great.
Yeah.
It's that walk-on mulch, huh?
Yeah.
Where you don't have to just replace it constantly. You don't have to worry about it blowing away.
Yeah.
Man on 101 is
There
your
you go.
thing, dude.
Yeah.
How's the yard looking?
It's good. It's good. I was
Even
gone
when you
for-
were gone?
Gone
and
for
the
a
heat
week.
wave that went through? Who do you have taking care of that for you?
Nobody. That was me.
Nobody.
You had your timer set, everything's
Timer
good?
set, everything was good. I got a good system going on right now. Really feel good
Feel
about it.
good about it?
Yeah, feel really good about
Listen, man, I'm pretty proud of myself here. They say don't plan anything with a month that starts with the letter J, right?
it. Okay.
It would be January, June, July. And I told you last time I was
don't
hosting.
plant.
Don't plant.
Okay.
Don't try and have anything grow.
I thought you
during
said
it.
plan.
No, plant. I told you last time I was in here I was struggling with a couple spots in the yard from the winter we had.
Yeah.
And then I had this insect or whatever that comes with those winters that the grass just wasn't coming.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd thrown some seed down, got it to kind of look somewhat decent. I got more seed, got some more topsoil, went over that. Front yard, money.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sun's mowing it probably here in an hour or so, so it'll look good when I get home.
Uh.
Backyard was the real struggle because it was a larger portion of the yard. Didn't think it was going to grow anything, and I did it like middle of June, so it was breaking the law there. The heat wave came. I'm like, this ain't going to work. It's looking good, Mark. It's looking good.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
We did learn the other thing that we learned today was the theme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Shall
Mark.
give
You're the
that.
one that did it.
Unfinished business.
Our theme for training camp
Yeah.
T-shirts.
Yeah.
And then you called it lazy.
Yeah.
Or what was the word you used? Like not creative.
Not creative.
Which I think is
Unimaginative.
that wasn't.
Come on, dog.
Unimaginative.
I think it's great.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Like,
it perfectly fits it. Unfinished business.
Yeah.
Well, when you have an answer, like, don't overthink it, right?
Right. Exactly.
It could have been, oh, my leg. That could have been that. You know?
Who was that?
Bo.
Oh,
Yeah.
my ankle.
Yeah,
oh,
my
my ankle.
You talking about Bo?
Yeah.
You talking about Bo?
I love him.
And the predisposition.
Right.
Where that was a good nominee. Like they're
Yes.
predisposition to win,
Mm-hmm.
and then have to put your foot back in your mouth again after that type of deal. A lot of good nominations on the text line, but I think when we first brought it up, you hit it out of the park. It shocked me that you got it right away. I thought it was like, oh, he already knows.
No.
And you were just playing a game.
No, I just thought to myself, all right, what are they going to come up with? And it'll be something simple and, that will lack creativeness, but it'll nail it. I mean, it'll nail the theme, unfinished business.
And they have it.
Yeah.
We got it.
Yeah.
Well, and the Broncos have unfinished business, too.
Sure.
As I went to break, we only have a couple minutes on this, but it's a short conversation. They're on life support for LeBron James thing. I said yes. Listen, I'm a Jamal Murray defender, but if that was the piece that would have taken over the top to get a guy like Jaylen Brown here, I'm doing it. I would have been sad to see Jamal go, but I think it puts you in a championship window for 4 or 5 years if you acquire a talent like that. That's gone. It's gone by the wayside. Nuggets said, no, we're not going to include Jamal. Now I think you have to try and do everything you can, make a pitch to get LeBron James here, because I think even if you run it back, if you had that mind, who's one of the most brilliant minds in NBA history, along with the supercomputer of Nikola Jokic, I think you're right back in the championship conversation if you land him right now. I would not be surprised if the Nuggets won a championship next year getting that talent.
No, but
you
he's
just
not,
gave me a look.
No, I know, because he's not coming here. He's not
I know,
even
but
on the.
let's play it out like if
Okay.
it were.
All right. Okay. All right,
Hypothetically,
okay.
he lands in Denver.
Okay. And you got the same group that you have?
Yeah.
And
And,
you
you're
add-
able to retain Payton Watson as well.
I still don't think that they're going to be better than OKC or San Antonio if you add LeBron, if you add that piece.
You?
I don't either. I don't think they're going to be better than the two teams that are, in front of you. And if you want to throw Minnesota in there, I don't think LeBron puts you over the top when it comes to competing with San Antonio or OKC. I don't. I think
it puts you closer, though. I mean, I'd like to see it. It'd
be fun to watch. It'd be fun to watch.
Right.
If you're looking at it from LeBron James' perspective and I tried to take bias completely out of it. And just from a basketball sense, the teams that are listed are Golden State, Minnesota, Philadelphia, Miami, Cleveland, and Denver. I put Cleveland at number 1 because there's no place like home, right? He could go back there. He could round out his career and end it there and hopefully end it with a championship. They were just in the Eastern Conference Final. I think that's number 1 on his list. But when I break down all the other situations, transitionally, the one that makes the most basketball sense and removing bias from it is Denver. The transition with Ant-Man and LaMelo in Minnesota, I think they're two younger cats. It would take longer for them to kind of mesh. I think Denver is kind of plug and play. You move in and you just find out, how am I going to operate with Nikola Jokic, who he's given effusive praise to in the past year? I just don't know. Am I way off?
I think Philly's the best spot. I mean, you got Tyrese Maxey.
Yep.
Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, who they just traded for. Now, Embiid, can he play more than 30 games? Is a big question mark. And then you throw LeBron into that. That's a starting 5 right there. I think that's his best option. But he's gonna. He said he's not chasing a championship. He doesn't need to do that. So it probably ends up back in Cleveland, like you said, just to finish it out there. I don't see a scenario where it's Denver.
I don't either. Cleveland makes the most sense to me. What would it be, the 3rd time he's been in Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It makes the most sense. Finish off your career where you started, and they've got a really good basketball team. They've got a chance for a championship.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, analytically, if you listen to their coach, they should have been up that series.
Should have won it. No, but you haven't heard the buzz about Denver. It's just kind of been quiet.
Well, it got to a height, about 10 days ago, where
Yes.
they got the odds were up there pretty substantially, and then it's just it's waned since then, and even to the point where Shams doesn't even include the Nuggets in his reports. Windhorst is still putting them in that discussion. It's kind of wishful thinking, and now we're just kind of resigned to the fact, they're going to run it back, dude. And I don't even know if that includes Payton Watson because of the second apron and the money that's concerned with it. So
I still think there's going to be – I think they're trying to move Cam Johnson, re-sign Payton Watson, put him in the starting lineup, and go there, down that road.
And then just be it's like that gap year then. You're probably going to be worse than you were this past year. And yet another year of one of the best players in history to be wasted.
I don't care what their regular season record is as much as are you built to compete in the playoffs?
And they should have been built to compete in the playoffs this year, and they didn't.
Yep.
They were terrible.
That's why I think you need a change. That's why I think you can't run it back. Something has to flip.
I'm with you.
I think Jaylen Brown would have been a perfect opportunity, and if LeBron James is still taking pitches from people, then take him out on your yacht again, Josh, and do barrel rolls off your swan dives off the front end of your boat and see if he can come to Denver. I don't think it's going to happen either, but I was just getting your guys' opinion on likely basketball sense. Why wouldn't it make sense to land in Denver and see if you could win it here? And if he did it, you'd win a championship for 4 different franchises. And in my book, that pushes you up the all-time great list, but that's just me. All right, we got to get to a quick break. When we come back, we'll go back into the Broncos discussion, where Bo Nix ranks on the top 10 list in the quarterbacks. Does he even rank? Should he be on that list? And the other players that will be getting those awards as well. We do all of that coming up next.
With the Broncos bringing back J.K. Dobbins and drafting Jonah Coleman, is there an important piece that fans could be sleeping on?
It just seems like RJ Harvey's been the forgotten man in all this. There were things he did last year that maybe didn't blow you away. He was a rookie. I'm one that refuses to bury a guy until I see how he comes back for that second year. Because for a lot of these rookies, that rookie season is just one big whirlwind.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
If this is the summer, you want to be sharper at work, stronger in the gym, feel more energy and confidence, be better in the bedroom. See what Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic can do for you. They are experts at treating men's health issues using their advanced medical strategies featuring TRT, GH peptides, GLP-1, PDA, and more. They'll help you treat low T and other hormonal issues, allowing you to check all those summer to-do boxes, shed pounds, enhance your body composition, improve your sleep, increase your sex drive. Doesn't matter your age, older or younger, be better. I've worked with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic for years, seen what they can do with the science, but also how professional and compassionate they are. So schedule a consult, just $99. Meet with a Colorado licensed medical provider. Start low T treatment that day. Your office visit is free. 5 locations around Denver to better serve you, including Fort Collins, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. Call 720-440-7900 and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Cudarelli Vision. Here's my story. I wore glasses growing up for a long time, and then when I hit my 30s playing for the Broncos, I ended up having LASIK surgery, but when I hit my mid-50s, I needed those readers for everything I did, whether it was going to restaurants trying to read menus, whether it was reading statistics, studying film. I needed those reading glasses. Well, I decided to go see Dr. Cudarelli at Cudarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange, and I can tell you firsthand, total game changer. And you can join Dr. Cudarelli for his live webinar this Wednesday at noon. Learn more about refractive lens exchange from Cudarelli Vision. This free webinar is the perfect opportunity to meet Dr. Cudarelli and have him answer all your questions like, is RLE for me? Am I a good candidate? What's the recovery time? What's the cost? Is there financing? Cudarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures, and he can tell you when it's time for you. Make sure you join that live webinar this Wednesday at noon. Register at ColoradoRLE.com. That's ColoradoRLE.com.
Need better rest? Let Mattress Firm sleep experts match you with the perfect bed at the July 4th sale. They make sleep easy.
This segment on The Fan brought to you by Denver Roof Pros.
Stream Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Conspiracy theories.
Well, in this case, AI got it wrong.
Yeah.
So, hey, maybe Skynet's not taking over anytime soon.
Firm beliefs.
I'm very easily swayed. If you keep talking, I might be at 70 here in about 30 seconds.
And a few sucker punches.
It was the complete motivator for me, the failure thing.
Mark, when does that stop? Not letting your teammates down after you finish playing? Because it seems like you let us down a lot.
Oh, man. It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Back in, no Mike Evans, Marcello Romano in for him today. Stokley and Stink here alongside. Big news of the day is the execs, coaches, and scouts rank the NFL quarterbacks. Top 10 list includes Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott. Here's where it gets funky. Justin Herbert, Drake May, Jared Goff, and Caleb Williams in your top 10. Your honorable mentions, which also does not include Bo Nix. Jalen Hurts comes in at the bottom of it. Trevor Lawrence, Baker Mayfield, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, Jaden Daniels, and Sam Darnold. Did they miss?
Well, yeah. I don't think there's any question they missed. And I get it. I mean, but I think he should be in that, at the very least, in that honorable mention category. So I think he should be here. I'm not ready to call him a top 10 quarterback,
Right.
but he should be in the honorable mention somewhere. And if that means leaving Trevor Lawrence out, I'm fine with that. But I look at a couple of guys in the top 10, and I think to myself, like Caleb Williams at 10 is ridiculous to me. As just a playmaker, he's a great playmaker. But as a top 10 quarterback, are we listing quarterbacks? Because there's a lot of things you have to do from a quarterbacking standpoint that I think even his coach came out after the season and goes, with the offense that we run, and I'm paraphrasing here, and the way we operate, he should be completing 70% of his passes.
But he's completing, or last year at least, he completed 58% of his passes.
So there's some issues there, no question. I think Bo Nix comes in somewhere between 15 and 10 and 15.
Yeah, I mean that's where I'm at. And so but not to have him on the honorable mentions list, and you look up, you got Jaden Daniels. Like really, he didn't play well last year. He didn't play a lot last year. He was hurt.
Yeah,
I know he had a great rookie year, but that was 2 years ago. What have you done for me lately? Bo has had 2 really good years. So whatever. I think just keep doing what you're doing, Bo, and then next year, guess what? He'll be in the top 10.
I mean, like the people. You take offense to it because locally fans are like, hey, man, he's outplayed these guys. If you compare their numbers or juxtapose his numbers versus Caleb Williams, Bo Nix has surpassed certainly in the wins category, completion percentage, more touchdowns, but Bo Nix does have more interceptions. It's just I don't know what else you can do for a start to a career to go 10-7, make the postseason in your first year, and then take a team 14-3 and all the way to an AFC championship game. That's why, like the Jaden Daniels one, they have the similar accomplishment, except for Bo's done it 2 years.
Right.
And Jaden hasn't. And I talked to Stoke about this before you came in this morning, Stink. I don't know that Jaden Daniels can last the style of play that he does with his frame and the way that he was successful when he kind of took the league by storm in his rookie year. Teams have kind of figured that out, and he's going to have to learn a different way to play, I think, to extend his career.
Right. Probably one of the reasons they moved off of Cliff Kingsbury as a coordinator, but it'll be really interesting to see him, that transition to your point of, hey, man, we're not going to have you run the ball as much. We're not going to have you in those RPO game as much. We're not going to have you doing the things that you were really successful with your rookie year, but, man, you got blasted on several occasions. I was calling a game against the Giants where he came out of the pocket and just got absolutely lambasted, had to go to the sideline for a while, was out of the game for a little while. Like, that was a consistent theme. His rookie year he held up, but last year he didn't hold up.
Yeah.
And so I think that's one of the reasons you see Washington making that transition, changing, play callers and all that stuff. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how he progresses and how good he is running a little bit more traditional type of offense.
Yeah, I mean, what does his game look like if you try to limit him running the football? That was a big part of him being successful his rookie years, what he was doing with his legs, off-schedule stuff. And now if he tries to become more of a pocket quarterback, then, how does that affect his overall play, his overall game? So,
and I don't think it can be something that can happen, like, instantaneous, right? Like, over time – John Elway learned to play more within the pocket, and I just don't know that Jaden Daniels is going to be allowed that amount of time. If you try and change it, then you're uncomfortable, and your level of play is going to suffer from it as well. I mean, if you're forcing yourself to stay there, like I asked you guys that about Bo Nix earlier too, is like designed runs. Are we going to dial that back a little bit because of the health concerns at an end of a season where if the running game is as good as it should be, which I don't understand, and maybe you can tell me this, Think, if our offensive line is so good, why are they not better at running the football? Yeah. Like, on paper, this offensive line, it ranks up there, top 5 easily in the NFL. I go back to the Moneyball line of, like, if he's a good hitter, why doesn't he hit good? If you're a good offensive line, why aren't we seeing more production out of the backfield? Yeah. And taking some of that pressure off Bo.
Yeah, I think those are all fair questions, and I think part of that is because and this goes back to one of the things Stoke always complains about, the number of formations, the number of personnel groupings, the number of shifts, the number of motions. Anytime you motion across a formation, what you're trying to do is you're trying to create a leverage advantage for your blockers, in essence, right?
Get a tell, right?
Right. Well, you motion across, and now all of a sudden when I enter in to block somebody, I've got a little bit better angle to make that happen, right? So you motion from right to left, and all the linebackers kick, and then I run it to the right. Now I've gained 6-8 inches of real estate on that potential second level defender. That's really what the motions do. But the other thing the motions do is when you motion people around, you change the number count and you change where guys are. And if you're not really keen or really aware of who you're supposed to block, who we have, who we don't have, who we're turning over to the slot guy, like all that stuff becomes an issue. And then you make mistakes and people get hits. That's why stagnant formations sometimes all the time are just easier to run out of. Like from the standpoint of knowing nobody's moving. So I've got it pretty well dialed in who I'm going to block.
Stoke, you played one of the biggest or best technicians of or manipulating defenses in Peyton Manning. How many different formations and packages did you guys have? Or was it focused on let's just be good at what we're going to be good at?
No, I mean that was pretty much what we did. We didn't do a whole lot of motion or shifting, but so it's like, all right, let's be great at doing what we do. And I think maybe that could, to Mark's point, maybe that could help out the Broncos running game. Let's just simplify it a little bit more and do a few less things.
That works.
Yeah, less.
Either one?
Yeah, I think you
do less.
Me fail English? Yeah. That's impossible.
Which one would you go with?
I think a few less things, I would say.
A few less things, right.
Yeah.
And let's be great at them.
Yeah.
Let's all these guys, because it's hard for the offensive linemen. These defensive linemen are moving, and they're not just staying right there.
Yeah.
But let's master this, and let's be great at a few runs rather than trying to, be great at doing a lot of different running plays and schemes.
We did a lot of, when I played here under Mike, we did a lot of motions, a lot of shifts, and a lot of personnel groupings. But to Stokes' point, we only really ran a handful of plays.
Yeah.
So you got the work on every look you were going to get, and you were an expert. So even when you motioned and guys shifted and guys moved around, all of a sudden a safety enters into the box, you knew how you were going to deal with it because you didn't have – it wasn't like I've got 9 runs I'm going into this game plan with. We didn't do it that way. We only really ran 4 or 5 things on a consistent basis.
Assuming it'll probably be a lot different knowing that the relationship that Bo Nix had with Davis Webb going into this season, I'm sure he vented a lot to Davis about those type of deals. We saw him openly kind of be frustrated, yelling over at Sean Payton about getting the plays in on time. We'll continue more on this discussion, but when we come back, I do want to switch gears. It is the Midsummer Classic, the Home Run Derby's tonight, Midsummer Classic tomorrow night. The Rockies, did Hunter Goodman get snubbed from participating in tonight's Derby? We'll dive into that next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts will have 5 drops this year at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area starting July 16th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Hey guys, let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain, worried about needing surgery. I'm thinking all those habit-forming medications. Well, my guys at Spine One specialize in treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. Here's the best news. Same-day appointments. That's right. They'll see today. They're a phone call away. 303-367-2225. 303-367-BACK. Spine One is a complete medical center for spine care. They've got exams, MRIs, physical therapy, treatment options, all in one facility. And their board-certified physicians get to give you options for both nagging and debilitating pain. Guys, I'm telling you what, they changed my life. Suffered with excruciating low back pain for decades. Couldn't sleep through the night, quit going to the gym, couldn't play golf. A couple of short visits to my guys at Spine One. I was doing all that, sleeping through the night, most importantly. But back in the gym, playing golf again, and I owe it all to my guys at Spine One. They can do it for you as well. Guys, don't live in pain any longer. Start your journey toward pain-free today. 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Or as always, you can find them online at spine1.com.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay, are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Bluebird Windows and Doors, the only local window company that offers a lifetime warranty on labor from the initial consultation to your buying experience to the day of the install. And for as long as you live in the house, Bluebird is with you, working as partners on your home project. It's the kind of commitment that has made Bluebird such a local, family-owned success for 20 years now. And for all of July, it's their Buy More, Save More event. Save up to 20% off your window, door, and siding projects. Mention my name, get an additional 5% off. Financing is available. Go to gobluebirdco.com and make today a Bluebird day.
This is the sound of Claire, cooking dinner at home. And that's the sound of a fraud alert from Wells Fargo, flagging a charge for a pricey restaurant in Paris. Considering Claire isn't in Paris right now, that seemed odd to the bank and to Claire. 2 taps later, Claire says nope to the charge, and Wells Fargo is on the case. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Roller Auction.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on The Fan, Home Run Derby action kicks off starting at 6.
Presented by Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is OUT, O-U-T. Text OUT to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's OUT to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in an really right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, no Mike Evans, Marcello Romano in for him today. Stoke and Stink here. I want to get into the Home Run Derby, which is changing its format. But first, this Thursday from noon to 1, it's the first giveaway of our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. Will be at Santiago's Mexican restaurant located at 2501 Ford Street in Golden. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find locations nearest you, head to denversports.com/shirt. All right, you guys
What's the
big
theme, Mark?
Yeah.
Unfinished business.
That's 3 times in a row you've started a segment and you haven't been able to speak.
I know. Well,
one time I don't think it was your fault.
Twice it was my fault. But I'm not kidding. I'm
not throwing
count.
my teammates under the
I'm
bus,
not
but
count.
yeah, but twice.
That one, I missed the button. I tried to push it 3 times. I missed it all 3 times.
Unfinished business.
Unfinished business.
Can't wait to get one of those.
He knew it all along.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, we had a discussion. I was talking to Amanda in her office. Then at one point she came in and said, "You knew it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did say I knew it.
But
apparently it was said to me in passing, but I wasn't really paying attention.
Oh.
He
so
pulled
maybe
it from the deep subconscious parts
Yeah.
of his mind to
It's
nail
like
it right
those,
there.
It's kind of like those show meetings we have, once a month Mondays.
Yeah.
Where Mike is all digging into the information, and you and I are just like, would you shut up so we can get out of here?
It's time to go.
Time to go. Stokes got a
tea time.
Tea time. I got something
yard
I
work.
Do,
I got to get to Lowe's.
Yeah. So
get a new shovel.
Right, exactly.
Get some topsoil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Get that lawn looking green, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, home run derby tonight. You guys big home run derby fans? Is it something that you make sure you watch year in and year out?
I like watching the home run derby. Yeah,
I used to.
do.
I used to. Not anymore. I don't know. It's not the same.
No.
Who were the players?
Who
were the players? When
I went to it when it was here.
Here, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to it. I bought outfield tickets. I said, "Look, this is a bucket list. I'm gonna bring a glove."
Was that 2021?
I don't remember.
Did you catch a ball?
Heck no.
No.
That's what I wanted to do. Me and my son, I'm like, all right, we're going, and I'm getting tickets in the outfield, right? And I'm like, I got them in the left field too.
Yeah.
So figure there'd be just like
how far up?
How far? I don't know. Like
that's where the polar bear won it that year, right? Pete Alonso.
I don't remember. I just know I didn't get a ball. That's all I know.
Have you ever caught a ball at a game?
Yes, I have. Multiple times.
Stink?
No.
It's good.
Me neither. Have you hit a hole in one?
No.
Hole in one?
Twice.
God, dude.
I'm due.
It's good.
I'm due. It's been a while. I'm due.
I'm due, and I have two of them.
Yeah.
I've gotten that far twice.
Couple inches.
Yeah.
Twice.
One of
It's
our
hard.
buddies in the media spent a whole day out one day trying to hit a hole in one, didn't get it done. And then there's just random, like Zach has been playing golf for how long? Has a hole in one.
That's
I have
right.
a buddy that I played baseball with forever. I think he hit a hole in one with like a 7-wood. And I can't crack that list, man. And I have not caught a ball at a game. I was at the Rockies playoff game in 2018. Just got to our seats. This is before they had the netting up, along down the foul line.
Mm-hmm.
Line drive foul ball. I had a fresh beverage.
Mm-hmm.
Went to jump up to catch it. Beverage spills. Hits the top of my finger. I don't catch it. Somebody else gets that ball. So you've done that, and you have 2 hole-in-ones.
Yeah.
Glove? Did you have a glove when you caught the foul ball, or just barehanded it?
Yeah, barehanded it.
Yeah.
Rockies spring training.
It's badass.
Yeah. No, I've never caught it.
You still bringing your glove, Stink?
No.
I brought not bringing a glove to the game, but I brought my glove for the home run derby.
Yeah, you just figured there would be a ton of balls.
Oh,
over there.
man, balls going everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's go. I'm going to get me one of these.
Yeah.
Home run derby baseballs. Nope. I mean, and it's like really because it's packed.
Yeah.
It's got to come right to you. I mean, there's no you can't move 2 or 3 over and catch it. So you got to be a little lucky. And we
got
didn't.
no action. Huh?
No.
By the way, I took right before we left for Alaska, I took my grandson to a Rockies game. Dude, he was.
Was he in trouble?
No, he loved it.
Was it a punishment? Was he talking back?
We'll sit and watch this team play.
He
Popo and Popo's hey, we don't talk like that. You're going to a Rockies game.
Yeah.
You're going to learn your lesson, young man.
No, he wants to play for the Rockies now.
Wow.
He loved it. He loved it.
How old's your grandson?
5.
This is sad.
Or if he'll tell you he's 5.5.
Gotcha.
Don't say he's 5.
All right, bring
He'll
up the
rip
home
you.
run derby because it's on tonight, and Hunter Goodman's having a phenomenal year for the Rockies as far as hitting the long ball. I think he's at, 27, maybe 28. Not a participant in tonight's derby. Did he get snubbed?
Shoot, he had the best. I was reading something, the best June of any catcher, and it was one of those historical things. How many home runs he hit in the month? I think in the month of June. So, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, if he's hitting homers like that, he should probably be a part of it.
Well, listen, and I brought this up yesterday when I was doing my weekend show. Is a lot of times when Rockies players have these type of numbers, it automatically goes to the altitude and the home road splits.
Right.
But if you look at Hunter Goodman's numbers, a majority of them are coming on the road. You don't have that home road split argument that you can make. I don't know how you don't have this guy in the Derby. It doesn't make sense. The Derby, is it becoming more like the slam dunk contest where you're not going to get the big names like we were traditionally used to? But you have Schwarber. I think Harper's going to participate. Ben Rice from the Yankees. Junior Camanero's a big hitter as well. I just don't know how you don't include Goodman. Is it just because it's a Rockies player?
Yeah, no, I mean, he definitely should be involved. He's had a great first half of the season, so whatever. All right,
Tonight it didn't happen.
No, unfortunately, he's not going to get that opportunity.
The Rockies with a tragic loss.
What'd you say? Did you say there's a new format?
Yeah, so now I think a round one is you just get 20 swings. And you count your homers after that, and at your last swing, you keep hitting until you don't hit one out.
Yeah,
so
they
20
have
swings round one, and then round two and the final, I think, are 15 swings. And I don't think they have like the bonus time or the money ball in this one.
Right, that was kind of goofy. If you hit it over, 400 feet, and with this ball you get extra 5, just weird.
Yeah,
I
that
kinda
was like
it going back to the old
three-point
days.
shot where they had the last ball in the rack that was a special ball.
The money ball.
Counts for more. Counts for more. I wish they would just go back to the way it was. I remember watching reruns of the old school home run derbies, like with Mantle and Maris, whereas they had it wasn't the Wrigley Field, but they did it somewhere else called Wrigley Field. You just get the 10 outs. Right? Like, if you don't hit it out, it's an out. Move along.
And then the worst thing is they have these little kids out there, like 7, 8 years old, and half of them can't catch, and they're all in the outfield trying to catch these lasers that are just going. And, what I learned when I went to it is, I mean, it happens fast.
Yeah.
Right? You're following one ball, and the pitch is already being thrown for the next one. There's another ball in, and you're like, well, where's that one going? And it's like, boom, where's this one going? And they have these little kids running all over the place. It's like, and I
don't know how they get away with that.
Every year this time, like, somebody's going to get seriously hurt.
That's what every time I see those kids running around, I'm like, somebody's going to get legitimately hurt, and then there's going to be a big lawsuit. Major League Baseball is going to have to pay it out, and it's not going to be good.
No,
I'm with you. It just looks dangerous.
What are we doing? Like, what are we doing having 50 little kids running around in the outfield shagging
More
balls?
than that, man. And every once in a while, they'll hit one on the screws, and it's a line drive.
Yeah.
It's like
it's
not going out. And to have like a 9-year-old out there trying to field that, and then they throw another pitch right away. Because like I can tell you this, I have a 14-year-old, just turned 15, and a 19-year-old. Their eyes would be up on the ball in the air, and they're already throwing another pitch. So I completely agree with you. Where we have netting now all the way down the sideline, but we're going to let children out there try to catch the balls off of major leaguers' bats.
Doesn't make any sense. I think one of them did get hurt there a couple years ago.
I remember one where
I think
it was
they had to stop it. They had to stop the Derby for a while.
Right.
To
it's like Conor McGregor, torn ACL out there in the outfield.
My leg.
I think, but that's one of the one I
don't
remember.
Think any
I think
of the
a
kids
kid
were trying to jump kick, though.
But I think one of them rolled their ankles or something.
Right, you just plant. Most ACLs happen on non-contact.
Mine did.
Yeah, mine did too. You plant your foot really hard and
gonzo. Wow.
When did yours happen?
College.
Yeah. I've never had that injury. I'm thankful I have never had that injury. Don't want to go through a rehab like that. So here's the participants. Kyle Schwarber, 32 home runs. Makes sense. Ben Rice, 29. Junior Caminero, 28. Jordan Walker, 22. And here's where it kind of starts to go down. Wilson Contreras, 20. Murakami,
how do they come up
20.
with this? How do they come up with the names? Like who?
Yeah, Hunter Goodman has 27.
I know. And Jack Caglione from the Royals has 15, and he'll be participating tonight, and no Hunter Goodman.
So do they just get picked by the manager? Who picks them?
I don't know how it goes, but obviously he wasn't invited. It'd be one thing if Hunter's
what if
like,
he was invited and he said, no, I don't
that didn't happen, I don't think.
Okay.
We could get our crack research to take a look at that, but I don't think that. I don't think he got the invite.
No, we would have heard. We would have heard.
Yeah.
He got the invite and turned it down, but I don't know who has the power to do the inviting is my question.
Well, we hit our World Cup quota earlier, and we just hit our Rockies as well. We got to get to a quick break. Come back, wrap it up.
Should fans and media look past a certain thing when it comes to Payton Watson?
It's a gamble that you have to take if you're the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, and don't we have to get over the fact that it's a $25 million a year deal? I know it. The money is insane. It's stupid. It is reckless. It is foolish, okay? I get it. I hate to say it, but $25 million a year isn't that much.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Over his Hall of Fame career, Terrell Davis racked up impressive numbers. 65 touchdowns, 2 championships, almost 8,000 rushing.
That's why I bank at Colorado Credit Union.
That's a weird segue.
Colorado Credit Union treats me like a person, not a number.
With personal service, great rates, and smart financial advice.
And those are just 3 great perks.
We can stop with the numbers now.
You don't have to be a legend to bank like one at Colorado Credit Union. Visit ccu.org. Terms and restrictions apply. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. Summer is here, and if you're planning a home project this year, windows, siding, or decking, now is the time to sign before the snow flies. Don't wait. Get the project you've always wanted and lock in a low-interest loan as low as 6.99% for 15 years. You deserve to enjoy your home, and 5280 Exteriors makes it easy with financing built for real Colorado homeowners. Call today or visit 5280exteriors.com to schedule your free estimate.
It's home selling season, and what's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. Not with Orchard. First, Orchard gives you cash up front to buy and move into your new home first. Then, your local Orchard agent helps you sell your home on market for top dollar. One customer said, "I went under contract within 24 hours of my home listing." Amazing! Don't settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar with Orchard. Get your free home valuation at Orchard.com. Orchard.com.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Usually when something sounds way too good to be true, it is. Imagine someone says you can cut your mobile bill in half. Sounds like a fantasy, but with Xfinity Mobile, it's a real deal. Because when you have Xfinity Internet, you can cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year, no commitment. That's a lot of streaming, sharing, scrolling, and whatever else you can do with your phone, all for half the price and none of the commitment. What that means, you'll save big over Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Now all you have to do is think about how you'll spend all that extra money. Call 1-800-XFINITY, go to XfinityMobile.com, or visit a local Xfinity store to switch today. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Savings compare one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes and fees extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Nothing beats a Santiago's breakfast burrito, fresh, made from scratch, and smothered in their famous green chili every single day since 1991. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or a burrito on the go, nearly 30 locations across the Denver metro mean you're never far from your favorite meal. And right now, when you stop into Santiago's, you can make a difference too. Round up your change, make a donation, or grab some chocolates at the counter to support Sungate Kids, helping keep Colorado's children safe. Santiago's, faithfully authentic.
The average cost of a first-time DUI in Colorado is over $13,000, and a conviction gives you a criminal record. Make a plan for a sober ride before the party begins. Don't underestimate impairment.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Biondino Law Firm.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Candy shaming.
I don't know how anybody can eat that. Black licorice? Ugh. 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 Gross.
Fact checking.
I think we have another candidate for the Mike Evans big board of BS.
No way. In the spirit of giving.
Mike is getting an almost new but slightly used snowblower.
Oh, is that his compensation, Mark?
No, that's just out of the goodness of my heart, Stoke.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
final segment. I think that was a great question. Am I allowed to air that dirty laundry?
Yeah,
It's not unfinished business.
Yeah, I just was wondering, when does Mike actually leave to go back east?
He's sitting,
I mean,
chilling.
if his whole life is kind of a lie, which we've tried to figure this out. If he didn't really paint a red barn, if he didn't really get Uncle Billy's, skates from who's it?
No, it's Uncle Billy's. What was it?
The great Boston Bruin of all time, or something.
Uncle.
Yeah.
Uncle. Yeah, I don't need.
Yeah, Uncle Billy. It was a baseball. He got skates.
Memorabilia from like this Calden Fisk third base.
Bobby Orr, I think, was his skates from Bobby Orr or something.
It was a third
Ted
base.
Williams
It was
ball.
the third base from like the 1975 World Series.
Yeah.
That he has.
Yeah, well,
Like
that is his uncle gave him one summer to just like I don't know.
But he had to give it back.
Yeah.
They just got to.
He get carried around to Little League baseball games
Right.
with him and used the third base from the Bo Sox or some garbage. I mean, it just is. The stories just keep getting deeper and weirder and more nonsensical every time he tells them.
So yeah, no telling what time he's leaving, when he's leaving, and then we don't know when he gets back. Then he always takes an extra day after he gets back off. Also,
Well, maybe
This is ridiculous.
You said last year he drove, right?
Yes, he drove his
Not
daughter's
driving
car
this
out
year.
there.
He could be on his way to DIA. I want to give him a chance to defend himself. I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but
No, you should.
bring that. Take a picture of the
He has
base.
not done anything to earn the benefit of the doubt.
Pound sand,
from
Schlereth.
you or anybody else.
So, did you give him off the week from his other job after this job?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He's not doing it this week?
No, he's not.
So y'all just taking the whole week off?
Or are you still doing it?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm still doing it.
you got a superstar sitting straight across from you. Like, if you want to really try to get this thing sold,
Mm-hmm.
you call in the
You calling the heavy hitters?
yeah, you call in the closer.
Right.
Stokely.
Right.
Bam.
Yeah, I knew.
Make it rain. It will be making it rain.
Yeah. Right.
So
Gosh,
I'm just
dang.
saying.
Why is the painted a barn red so unbelievable to you?
Well, no, because he said he's like one summer my job I worked on a farm, in Vermont or something. And he's like, one summer I painted a barn red by myself. It's just like Evans, come on, man, this is just seriously. Right. Why would you make? Some people just are like psychopathic liars or whatever they call that. I'm like, you're trending towards being like you didn't paint a barn red, right? Come on,
But you didn't take the whole summer to paint one barn.
Either
right?
that or, you weren't being very efficient if it were the case.
I mean, you were. What were you filming a slow motion movie about painting? Like, how long did it take you to paint a red barn? Right? It just keeps like. It gets more convoluted all the time. It's Sawyer Pond and Bobby Orr's skates.
Yeah, and fell through the ice.
Right.
Fell through the ice, but just, didn't matter. He just continued to play and then just walked home,
With frozen ice popsicle feet. I mean, it just is.
It's one of the mainstays in the studio, though, because you can look up at it any time.
Oh, it just makes you laugh.
It's awesome. Like, ran what does it say, a 10-mile marathon?
Yeah, at first he said he ran a marathon. Then it was like a mini marathon or something. Like, and so I asked him. I'm like, well, okay,
the distances, right?
Right. I'm like, hey, is there any documentation of you being in the Colfax Marathon or something? Right? I mean, do you have any pictures?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, no. So it's like, okay, well, I'll call BS on that. And
turned out to be like a 5K.
Yeah,
and he walked.
He walked it, right?
Yeah.
And he's that guy that, like, he's the guy that skips streets. He takes the shortcuts.
Yeah.
So he's got it mapped out. He just goes down the alleyway, takes a shortcut.
Has somebody with a bottle of water so he can pour it on him. Looks like he's sweating.
Exactly.
Man, it's hot out there.
God, that was a tough one. No, and then it's all of a sudden, it's like, people in his neighborhood, they call him the Peyton Manning of his neighborhood. Like, wait, what? Who does that? Like, who is your neighbors? Really? They call you the Peyton Manning of your neighborhood? He's like, yeah, I set the standard with his lights and his decorations.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm like, I'm calling BS on that too, Evan. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole thing is, he just keeps he just keeps saying things, and as soon as he says it, Stoke and I both just look at each other like, what? Like, no.
I don't even think the fajita one's up there, is it?
Oh, it's up there somewhere.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, I can promise you it's up there. That was.
He says it with such confidence, though, too. It's like, damn.
That's a go-to.
He has friends. Some of these
he
are
stayed in
just
Einstein's bedroom.
And some of the new ones, when he said, when all of a sudden we had Mike Kliss on. Okay, this is kind of fun. We're just bashing on Evans for the last segment. This is unbelievable.
I was giving you guys the floor.
I know, but these are so great. Well, this is one of the latest additions. We had Mike Kliss on, and he brought up the name Cam Jordan. Sorry, from the Saints.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
a free agent, like the possibility because you lost JFM, and then Evans 2 segments later,
Right.
he goes, man, guys, I've got a great idea. I just thought about this. We can fix JFM. I got a perfect replacement for him. Cam Jordan.
Idiot.
Like, wait.
Like he just came up with it.
Yeah, like all on his own. Like we just heard that from Mike Kliss 2 segments ago. So
he thought it was absolutely brilliant that Gabe Landeskog was fluent in Swedish.
I've heard
Couldn't
that.
believe how good he could talk.
Like this guy, his Swedish is impeccable. I've never heard anybody talk Swedish like this guy.
Gabriel Landeskog.
He's from Sweden.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah. I don't see the feed is up there.
Yeah, it's right.
Right there.
Oh yeah,
Right in the middle. Right in the middle. That's
Whoa, that's even stronger
the
of
gold
a statement.
standard.
Mm-hmm.
Makes better fajitas than any restaurant in the Rocky Mountain region.
Yeah.
Coming from the Northeast.
Mm-hmm.
Where fajita is it's like it comes down through the decades of like great Mexican food.
Mm-hmm.
Comes from where's he from? Rhode Island, Vermont.
Right.
Vermont, yeah.
I'm sure he specializes over there in Vermont in fajitas, right?
No,
yeah.
right.
No, and then the other one, one of the other recent additions was, we were doing trivia, and Ty brought up the name. We were doing something about running backs, and he brought up the name Todd Gurley. And then Evans proceeded to say, no, Todd Gurley, that's a JV take, Ty.
Yeah.
And it ended up being Todd Gurley.
Yeah, that's clearly the smartest of all of us.
Yeah, just a JV take, Ty. You're no longer allowed to speak.
Yes.
And then it was Todd Gurley.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I
my
heard
goodness.
the other one you guys, I think you missed this one too, was the Forsberg one, right? Never scored over 30 goals in a...
Yep, that's up there.
Yeah, it's up there.
99% sure Forsberg never scored 30 goals. It's on the right.
Yeah.
And then he got hit, then he started telling me about how he got hit in the face with a 80-mile-an-hour lacrosse ball, right?
Yeah, right.
And so then he starts showing the clip, and he has a clip of it, right?
I've seen it.
Yeah, and he starts showing, he sent it to us, and I'm like, Evans, that actually, like, hit your microphone first and then grazed your face. That wasn't coming in at 80, buddy. And he swears it was an 80-mile-an-hour lacrosse ball to the face.
When he first came out, it was like nothing but my face. It just caught me flush, and he was talking about all this flush, and we're like, really? Yeah. And he's like, totally flush. I just kept on powering through, the stand-up, and then we'll see the video, and he's all proud of it, and it clearly hits the microphone, deadens about 50% of the shock, and then it glances off his cheek.
Can't make it up.
No.
That'll do it. I'm not sure he's going to allow me to come back in, but I certainly appreciate
that was
you
one
guys
of my
let me-
favorite last segments that we've ever had.
ever.
How great
It
was
was really
that?
good. It was really
The
good.
whole segment, we just bashed Mike Evans.
Yeah, we did
Unbelievable.
it. We nailed it. We
Great.
set a new record. All right, coming up next, you got Dover and Cecil.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts will have 5 drops this year at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area starting July 16th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Hey, Brandon Stokley here. Most of us spend more time planning our summer vacation than planning our retirement. And I'll be honest, that used to be me. But when I sat down with Trajan Wealth, that changed fast. The fiduciaries advisors, they help me see that retirement to feel like the reward you've earned, not something that you cross your fingers about. I've talked about Trajan Wealth for a long time, and I finally became a client. Retirement, tax, and estate planning, all under one roof. No jargon, no pressure, just straight talk for people who actually listen. So if you've ever wondered, could my plan be working better? Let Trajan Wealth take a second look. They did that for me, and it made a huge difference. My investments, taxes, and estate plan finally work together. One team, one strategy, and a whole lot more confidence. Call my friends at Trajan Wealth today. 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1. Or you can find them online at TrajanWealth.com. They have offices in Broomfield, Greenwood Village, and Loveland. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC Registered Investment Advisor, and additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client. Paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Jane is a small business owner.
That's right.
And tell them what that's like, Jane.
Yeah, well, it's like a roller coaster with a lot of ups and downs, and some days things can feel like they're flying off the rails.
Yep, it's a lot. But the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business can help you manage it all. With the largest, fastest fiber-powered network designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect. Plus gig speeds with security and equipment included. All with a 5-year price lock.
Nice. So everything stays on track.
Exactly. The Total Solutions Advantage. Get started for just $60 a month for 12 months when you add wireless connect to a qualifying internet package. No one does business like Comcast Business.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and automatic payments with bank account required. $60 offer requires 300 meg internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Where will you find her perfect engagement ring?
There's only one fine jeweler in Denver with all the world's top bridal designers. I'm Dylan Williams.
And I'm Shayna Williams from Williams Jewelers. Only here in our bridal design gallery will you find Gabriel & Company, A. Jaffe, Hearts on Fire, and the legendary Takori.
Thousands of diamond engagement rings from every style and every price range.
If it's on her Pinterest page, it's here.
Add to that our famous Williams Jewelers Diamond Bar with almost every size, shape, and price range diamond.
And our expert diamond professionals will help you put it all together perfectly.
At the guaranteed best price in Colorado. We even have flexible payment terms for qualified buyers, so you can do this today.
That's why more couples say, will you, with Williams.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
The official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche. Williams Jewelers, where Colorado shines.
Colorado, make sure your AC is ready for summer. 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning offers repairs, replacements, and tune-ups 24/7. Book at onehouraircolorado.com or call 855-1-HOUR.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Able Builders, it's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
Tonight on The Fan, Home Run Derby action kicks off.